Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to this exciting evening.
Bob, you look so sad.
I mean, I'm fine. It's already warm.
We've got Bob.
I have to wear it up this way because if not, it's like.
So, Bob, what did the fox say?
Yeah. I mean, but it's like a.
Is that too real for you, Bob?
I have to like put it up.
No one cared who I was before I put the raccoon on.
Oh man, that is so good. Good. Whipplestein with $20. Thank you. Coming out quick says, how much USD for Derek in a cat, eagle, or otter costume? The world must know. Well, Whipplestein, the answer is that we are going to build up to that because obviously getting me into something as horrific and embarrassing as these people are wearing.
This sucks, by the way.
If it just had like a
that's
air holes, I think it'd be okay.
That like pit zips.
Yeah, like just something over here.
We got some scissors around here somewhere.
But that will be the sort of penultimate desire. So tonight we do have a super chat goal, which is to get Nick into a badger suit. And of course, the tip goal will keep everybody in the costumes for next week. So the idea is not only can you grow how many people are uncomfortable and embarrassed, but also to keep people routinely embarrassed. Now,
also, if that tip goal isn't like at least 50% by halfway through the session, I'm taking this. There's a tip goal and then there's like a mini tip goal.
Now, for me personally,
Smith's gonna tip or cancel out a tip somehow. He's like,
no, just get them all out of bubblegum.
Delete the tips just to get out of the costume.
But after we get everybody into a costume, then there would probably be a tip goal to get Derek into a costume. And
it's gonna be.
The question is, what's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? I don't know.
Otter, lizard,
Oh,
eagle.
I thought Derek was gonna go for a mix because he represents all the other animals.
Well, I'm also I like the idea of like the otters because you guys have been dealing with them.
That's true.
Foremost in fact, but I could also be like, I think what we'll do is whichever faction, because again, the whole idea of this campaign, which we know is abbreviated. If you've watched our other actual plays before, obviously our patrons know this, but the idea here with some of these newer games is instead of playing a Pathfinder 2 campaign for a year and a half or 2 years, 30, 40, 50 episodes like we did with, Rise of the Rune Lords, is to do something and try to tell a complete story in, say, 6 to 7 sessions.
It's also because your cast members would die from heat stroke after that long.
Correct. So for me, what I'd like to have happen, as we kind of go through this plays, we might come back to this campaign in the future. And it's almost like season 2. So season 1, it's sort of like, who's the main kind of faction that you guys are grappling with? It seems like it's the Eyrie so far. In which case, I would probably go as a bird.
Ryan brings up a good point, though. You could be Clutcher. You could be the bear.
I could come as a bear. Maybe that could be a cool way to end things. Depending, we'll see. What
you're
happens.
Probably gonna get in costume like probably the last session or so. The way it's gonna work out.
Well, it depends on how everything works out. The last session or 2, and then of course we'll have those costumes for any future, some future consideration.
Party at Smith's.
Yeah,
Party at Smith's.
I'm gonna go tweak our audio real quick, so you guys keep people entertained by telling them about what your character.
All right, Smith, did you make any changes since the last session?
I did. So because I murdered a child, I leveled up.
Ouch.
And I believe I took I don't even remember. I think it was cunning. Because I was finesseful before, but now I'm also more cunning. Okay. I cunningly murder children.
I wish I leveled up last session.
Yes, you were not an agent of chaos.
I need to do a little more stuff that's chaotic.
Right. There we go.
Did you keep your drives?
Yeah, I kept everything the same.
I changed my drive. I got rid of loyalty, and I went to greed from the last session when we got paid. It was very nice to have.
Now that you got
gold.
some money, you're like, I want more of that.
Exactly. So I still got protection though, so I'm still hanging around.
I kept freedom because I felt like I definitely distributed freedom.
So you distributed something.
So much freedom, but this is all about the immersion play experience. For example, in this session, if the Eyrie were to line up a group of denizens and imprison them,
right,
that would be encroaching on their freedom,
right,
and you guys might be really compelled to do that. But if the Eyrie lined up the people against the wall and shot them, that's freedom.
Yeah,
there.
I'd be like, I salute you, Eyrie.
According to Smith's definition, yes.
Yes, according to Smith's definition.
Well,
Yes.
once they're dead, they're no longer being oppressed.
That is very true.
We have established this.
Yes, this is canon law now.
This is canon root law.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the hat, and the I'm an otter and I don't know what I eat is the shirt. Right?
That's right. That's right. I am an otter and I do not know what I eat. Okay. Well, regardless, let me real quick before we get started here. So this is our map of the woodland. Some of us have been, you guys might have been joining us here for a while. And you know that the Vagabonds have been on quite the journey.
You need your croupier stick.
On my croupier stick. Our journey started down here in Milltown. Also known as Milltown, where the Vagabonds.
Have a real good time.
That's why I can never drink soda before like 3 hours before I get real burpy or eat. Our
just do nothing.
Vagabond started in Milltown, where they got 2 job offers at the same time. One was from Counter Ernaka, who gave them a task to disrupt the Eyrie's fortress and base of operations in Sundell in order to prolong the Woodland War. But while they were in Milltown, they were approached by Etienne, an agent of the Marquisate, who, worried about spreading sympathy in Underleaf, wanted the Woodland Alliance leadership in Underleaf taken out, assassinated, so that the Marquisate could move in under a banner of protection and goodwill, sort of to help buoy the town and support them. The group made their way through the forest from Milltown to Sundell, whereupon they set upon a campaign of rampage and destruction, which resulted in the deaths of several innocent people, a number of Eyrie soldiers and guardsmen, and of course their entire fortress roost, which was blown up by Artemis with a satchel of explosives, and immediately propelled him into the sort of villainous infamy category of reputation with the Eyrie dynasties. The group, wishing to escape, set out through Sundell and made their way north through the forest towards the small town of Patchwood with the intention of meeting back up at Underleaf. They were pursued along the way by another Vagabond agent who they chose to elude, but became aware was on their tail and seemingly had River Company, aka the Otters, coin in his purse. The group made their way to Patchwood, a small, relatively backwater clearing with a fairly strong Marquisate presence, and they were able to use the Marquisate's good graces and field hospitals to heal themselves up. They were also able to complete their deal with the Riverfolk Company, having successfully disrupted operations in Sundell, and received a handsome payday. The group then proceeded to make plans to head to Underleaf to begin dealing with their next set of problems. So the group traveled by path this time, and along the way to Underleaf, they discovered a group of Marquisate soldiers, aka cats, except the Marquisate has been heavily recruiting from within the woodland. And so while this force wore the livery of the Marquisate, they were mostly rabbits, foxes, mice, denizens of the woodland who had signed up for the Marquisate cause. They had been struck down, killed in an ambush. And from the tactics and the weapons, you could tell that this was a Woodland Alliance ambush. So the Woodland Alliance, while not operating openly, definitely has a powerful presence in Underleaf. And that takes us to tonight's session. So we are going to be joining the Vagabonds, the band of Vagabonds, as they move into the town of Underleaf. Now, the clearing of Underleaf, unlike some of the other clearings that you've been through, is not really all that much of a clearing in the sense that the woods open up and allow the sunlight in. Sure, the trees here there's more space between them, and there is definitely sunlight that comes through. But part of the reason for that is that the trees here are absolutely massive. I'm talking 40, 50, 60 feet across. These are like redwood-sized trees, massive, huge trees. And the community of Underleaf is actually built up above ground level.
It's a bunch of Ewoks here.
It is, yeah, it's Ewoks, Calithian, if you played EverQuest. There are rope bridges connecting the various sort of tree neighborhoods. And around each major huge tree, there's a series of platforms and homes, businesses, all built either into the boughs and limbs of the tree or along wooden platforms. And then you sort of have that kind of Robin Hood-esque, bridges going everywhere, rope elevators up and down. And so it is a bustling community, again, high above the treetops, which possibly is one of the reasons why no one has been able to take it, because it is a pretty defensible position. But Underleaf is sort of the linchpin if the Marquisate ever wishes to attack into the rear of the Eyrie Dynasty lines, especially into Fire Hollow. And so it is sort of a linchpin and one of the quickest ways to actually get from Oakenhold in the north down to Fire Hollow in the southwest. So, Vagabonds, you have come to Underleaf.
Well, did stuff happen between the session that we don't know about?
So what did our hype boss
that
decide
is
to
true.
do?
Okay. I was going to say, though, you have come to Underleaf.
Yeah.
However, the Vagabonds have been busy. They've traveled all the way from Milltown in the south, all the way up to Patchwood, and now over to Underleaf. Several weeks have happened, but the factions have not been idle. And last week, our hype boss, Breck, a.k.a. Tim Carpenter, who wanted to get Bob in that awesome fox costume.
Mission accomplished.
Jeez, that's so
Be
hard.
careful, Nick. Tim's in the chat tonight.
And Tim and I used some of the rules from Root and some of his input to sort of decide some of the major operations and what has moved. So one of the things happened is that the Marquisate, the cats, suffered a defeat. And actually, what I'm going to rule happen.
They don't got a lot left to lose.
Yeah, is that actually the Marquisate's field hospitals, buildings, workshops, and recruiting offices in Patchwood were taken out.
By what?
By an Eyrie Dynasty targeted raid. Now, while they cannot travel in force, they do fly. And following after you guys, they basically like carpet bomb Patchwood from the sky using the bombs that Artemis developed for the Eyrie Dynasty, giving them an unparalleled access to a new form of
over here.
Yeah.
Now, do we know this? Because we had already left to Underleaf,
No,
so we have no idea. The Vagabonds
you guys don't know
this
yet.
Okay.
Yes. But I'm telling you, the players, and you, the home audience, that basically the Eyrie Dynasties is seeking this bag of Vagabonds and including them. They know that they went north into the forest.
So they assumed we went to Patchwood.
They're following your trail and basically like leaving a wake of ruin for anybody who helped you.
Scorched earth.
Yeah, very scorched earth policy. So the Eyrie Dynasties just completely attacks and destroys Patchwood. Now there's still Marquis.
So would you say they are upset at us?
Who, the Eyrie Dynasties?
Yes.
No, not at all.
Yes, I would say they're very upset with you.
Like irked.
I mean, they really
They're
hate
after him,
They
guys.
really,
Explosively tempered.
yeah, they really hate Artemis because he was the one who blew.
I mean,
up
that's the
the
only
thing.
one I'm in the negatives with, like fully in the negative.
But
with.
at the same time, they are aware that there was,
I am negative.
they
with
were
them,
aware
too.
that an entire squadron of their guardsmen, including their elite guard,
-2.
were killed by you guys. So
Yeah.
and driven off, even if they weren't necessarily killed. So yeah,
So not happy.
so not happy.
Probably not giving us work anytime soon.
But they haven't got any work from them yet.
Can't make any chicken and dumplings without pulling a couple feathers.
So it's looking really bad for the Marquisate, unfortunately. However, the Eyrie Dynasty has not been idle. Their campaign to take out Clutcher's Creek with reinforcements from Sundell is stalled for the time being because of the explosion of the
roost.
The roost there. However,
The roost was on fire.
The roost was no more. Roost go bye.
Duke White Talon, being a militaristic leader, uses a double build.
Mm.
And two
Is that even
more
legal?
Eyrie armies.
Board game mechanics.
Two more Eyrie armies join basically recruitment. The Eyrie,
you can put them at the roosts.
You put them at the roosts.
Like I was doing this.
That's where Eyrie troops come from. And so while they aren't able to deploy troops forward now, they basically spend the turn digging in, preparing for what seems to be now perhaps an entire conquering of the woodland. They've basically been pushed back into a corner and now have, no hope and they're just,
execute Order 66.
Execute Order 66. And then lastly, while it is not something that we don't really have a token for, the Woodland Alliance in Clutcher's Creek has discovered some sort of special or unique resource which may give them an advantage in the coming time.
It's a bear.
No,
call.
it is a mystical, and they have found a mystical ancient sect of ebonwood trees, a ancient, powerful, magical tree, which is said to harken back to the very earliest days of the woodland when people still practiced strange sorceries and witchcraft. Of course, all such things are said to be legends now, but the Woodland Alliance claims that they have found the ebonwood trees and their power is going to be unlocked.
Oh boy! So they found the Death Star plans.
They found the plans.
They didn't say where. They just said they found it. We don't know what place.
We haven't heard
Clutcher's
that.
Creek.
Oh, it's at Clutcher's Creek.
Right.
We haven't heard it
We
yet.
haven't
but
heard
that's-
that yet, though.
This is kind of
It's
what's
all
going
hearsay.
on for everybody else. You guys are obviously just getting into Underleaf. So that is the state of the woodland as we have it today. The Eyrie dynasty has an iron talon grip on the basically middle of the entire woodland.
Mhm.
Their forces are extremely strong. The otters continue to try to make their basically encircle the Great Lake and get their trading posts online to keep the war going as long as they can. But in their fervency to destroy the Vagabonds, the Eyrie dynasties have struck at Patchwood, and the Marquisate is down to their last handful of buildings even. The Woodland Alliance clings on with no active military, only support in 2 clearings on the entire map, one of which our Vagabonds have arrived at to assassinate their leader. So
Maybe.
that is technically what they were paid to do. So
Well, he hasn't given us any money yet, has he?
no, they actually
We're
not
going to get those invisibility.
You're going to get the
cloaks,
invisibility
remember?
cloaks.
Right. So here's my thought. I know you want to go and accomplish the
Contract
mission
to do.
I
because
cause
you
a
like
little chaos.
APs, but what if we did whatever we wanted?
As
'Cause we
long as
haven't
it's
already.
chaotic.
Well, we do.
No, I mean like whatever we want. Okay, here's the thing. I don't think these cats are in a position to pay us anyway. They just got blown the fuck up.
Fair.
So we're probably not
True.
gonna get cloaks.
I
So
mean,
what
I
if
was
we
promised
cause more
cloaks.
chaos? Right?
Can the
We'll
GM
get the
lie to
cloaks.
us?
We making a GM lie to us.
It's
We'll
old
get the
promised
cloaks.
cloaks.
Huh?
I mean, yes, the NPC promised you cloaks.
The NPC promised us cloaks. But who cares?
I kind of want a cloak.
Yeah, but what if the NPC doesn't give you a cloak?
Right.
Then
We're
I
probably
will
not getting
kill
a
them
cloak.
all.
These guys are almost back to their one spot.
Look,
What if-
I don't like the Eyrie dynasty that much either, but I really hate the cats. So I'm okay with like
Yes.
effing the cats
But
over.
the birds
I-
hate
I-
you.
I like the
I
cat.
don't like that the birds hate me.
What if we just extend this war and then go get more money from the otters?
Well, here's the thing: is are the otters going to hate? Because I'm assuming when Patchwood got carpet bombed, remember they had a dock out there,
Mhm.
and they were conducting their business with the timber and with the lumber mills and everything like that. So they just lost a huge thing of revenue right there, probably, right?
Sure.
So you don't think they might be a little ticked off at us because yes, we accomplished the job of disrupting at Sundale. However,
But we don't know that yet.
we don't.
That's not how
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we
News
don't-
travels
you're right.
fast by carrier pigeon. My question
Send
is,
a pigeon.
Remember the
What?
pigeons?
What's going
Yeah,
on?
The
right, that's
pigeons
just a
are lunch
person.
size here,
Right,
right?
that's just
he's just the mailman.
it's just a mailman. Yeah.
My question
My
is,
arms are tired.
I'm all for a little chaotic, and I'm all for screwing over someone else.
Sure.
Seems excellent.
Yeah.
My question is, what do you have in mind?
Well, we have plenty of options here. We could.
I would love to go visit.
You want to just go lizard people?
I just want to see what the heck's going on with the Cults.
I
We
got
could
the
do
map.
that.
I
It just
got
sounds fun.
I brought the map up, Smith.
A
while you're
slight
talking
little
about the map.
detour to
Excellent.
Iron Vein.
It just sounds fun.
We could go mess with the lizard people, and why not? Instead of killing the Woodland Alliance leader,
Okay.
we can incite him to fully declare and become like an actual power,
Oh,
and then help them attack the one weakened bird position.
we could
We could
establish
just go
a
kill the birds
stronghold there.
ourselves.
We could establish a stronghold.
Now,
for
to be
the
clear, there's a
woodland.
couple things that are being discussed here, and I want to bring them up. So, number one is Underleaf has Woodland Alliance support.
Right.
That's what that little blue token is. But you'll notice there aren't actually any Woodland Alliance troops on the map.
So
that's
they have
because,
to get trained up to be that way.
The Woodland Alliance basically needs to have a revolt where they basically take over a town, right? Where they kind of have an uprising.
We could incite.
And then that gives them a base, and now they can actually start to like train regular troops, not just like, you know, civilians playing dress up.
But would you say they are oppressed?
Fire Hollow is the least defended Eyrie position on the map. So just
my question to you is this kind of we pull the old who's gonna pay me more thing? Can we go into the Woodland Alliance and be like, look, we're here to kill you, but they were gonna give us this unless you give us more.
I think we could do that. I think we bring.
Do you really think the Woodland Alliance is in a position to pay you more than the Marquisate or the Eyrie?
We're not gonna get money. No. But we could use that to get in with them. Like, hey, we were hired to kill you, but instead,
you pay me with information.
What if we help you become an actual big boy player?
Yeah, that's what I like.
And I think that actually might work because remember, as we walked into Underleaf, there were a bunch of Marquisate troops that were killed by them. So we know they are not on friendly terms. So if we said, hey, guys, we want to defect a little bit, what can you do for us in the long run?
Here's the thing. Like the cats need a help.
Yes.
And this is our character, right? Because obviously we all hate the cats except for him. But the game is over, right? The birds conquer everything, which they're in a good position.
Yeah, I would pretty much say that, you know, the game, you've lost the game.
So we're kind of king making here, right? You're metagaming.
We're
doing like we normally do, which is harass Derek by extending the game beyond its end.
He was like,
yeah,
if we could get Eyrie Dynasty to just win, we'll be done with this game in 2 sessions. I'll never have to put a costume on.
So instead, let's make it suffer, right? Let's make him suffer. So if we establish these guys as a power, now the cats and the birds are both concerned about this guy.
I like that.
And that's when the lizards attack.
You're speaking my language.
What's the purpose of any of this? No idea.
The purpose is chaos.
All right.
I should have taken the chaos drive too.
And way more interesting than just going and killing some random dude and getting a club.
Both are adequately interesting.
Well,
I can already turn invisible. So.
Well, I was going to say in the invisibility, like we have not been very sneaky and subtle at all this entire time. So I don't know how much that's going to really play. I mean,
BD.
You guys enter Underleaf, and Underleaf doesn't have any sort of guards or regular troops, so there's really no one stopping you or.
I couldn't keep a cow out of here.
Hey, that's racist.
I like that cows are not mythical beasts. They're just cows.
He's like, eat more chicken.
Yeah, eat more chicken. Yeah, it's the weird ass thing from Chick-fil-A. So. Anyways, Underleaf, basically you're able to just walk into it. And of course, there are a series of platforms and elevators like on big kind of wooden, like wooden rafts with rope tied to the corners that kind of hoist people up into the city.
I walk into the Woodland Alliance secret base.
I was going to say,
how do you know where the secret base is?
Unfortunately, you do not know where the Woodland Alliance secret base is.
Did we get a name of who we were supposed to assassinate?
They don't know who it is.
We just said the leader.
They just said the leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Underleaf
myself
is
if I was a douchebag rebel alliance leader, where would I make my secret base, but still not totally secret because I totally want people to go, look, that's the secret base.
What do I think of?
An old, rotted out tree.
All right, look for one of those.
No, they're
everywhere.
All these trees are in perfect condition.
They keep really good.
Excuse me, we're looking for Yoda.
They keep really good care of the trees. But yes, definitely. I mean, if you guys want to infiltrate or find this rebel leader,
let's go to the nearest bar. Can we see if there's a bar anywhere to try and?
No, this is not Milltown. There's not quite so many.
There's not a local tavern or anything like that.
I'm saying, but it's fewer in number. This is a much smaller kind of smaller knit community.
But if I
got this is easy.
I was gonna say if I was gonna do a Woodland Alliance and try to keep it secure or a secret, I'm pretty sure that they have to have some kind of operations at their bars.
But yes,
why don't I just try to steal something valuable and then see who stops me?
I go to like a,
and just to be clear so we understand, valuable means valuable, doesn't mean something.
Not a book. Like you've stolen every other time you've stolen something.
Of coin
you sell
value.
off worthless crap.
A ledger.
I go to a platform, where lots of shops are around or whatever.
Yeah, there's sort of like the main central hub. There's several large trees that are next to one another. They've kind of built like almost like a plaza between the sort of 3 trees.
Oh, look at
I move the
Chick-fil-A.
priest of Discord out of the way, stand up on the podium.
Right.
Attention, please! Attention! Hello, may I have your attention, please?
You get their attention. A variety of mice and rabbits all stop in their sort of comings and goings. There's actually a fair amount of foxes here in Underleaf. They stop. Most of them are carrying baskets of goods, and there's a heavy fruit trade in Underleaf, and they all kind of stop and like turn towards this raccoon who is shouting from his soapbox.
Perfect. While they're distracted, I'm going to go steal from one of them.
All right, that sounds great.
You do that.
I steal some food. Do I clear some of my exhaustion?
Oh, that's why you want to steal something?
Okay, well, I steal some apples from the fruit traders.
Yeah. That is trivially easy for a vagabond. So you just steal some apples.
He's just sitting there next to him eating
an apple. Right? And he's like, wow, that's a great looking apple. I wish I had an apple.
Say something.
Say something. Hello. I am Socks the raccoon, and I am looking for the secret Woodland Alliance base in this town. Can someone show me where that is, please? I'm here all day. No rush. Thank you. Socks, raccoon, secret Woodland Alliance base. Thank you.
All right.
Well, wait.
Way to get right to the point.
What do the denizens do? They just like carry on?
You need to go see a psych ward, dude.
It's funny. There's actually an action called draw attention that is used when you have a negative reputation, like specifically for like when you're trying to like.
You have negative.
Actually, in positive, not like full positive, but like I have.
But no, this
prestige.
is more like to get them to like chase you down.
Same concept, though.
Yeah, but in this case, we're gonna go with the meet someone important rule. Now, since you specifically call out yourself here, Smith, go ahead and roll 2d6 and add or subtract your bonus for your reputation with the Woodland Alliance.
All right. Well, Derek, I rolled an 8.
Great. All right. So pick one here, Mr. Smith. You get to ask a question about the Woodland Alliance here in Duskwood.
Where's their secret base?
Well, it's a story, not like. It's not like ask them a question. Yes, ask. I will tell you one story that you've heard about them or their interests as an answer, or these people have heard something about you, and you can take a +1 going forward to your first time you try to play up that connection with that faction.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah, I'll do that. They heard something about me +1.
Okay, great.
I said they heard.
Well, remember they like me, so. Like
they don't like you.
No, they do.
But they heard that you killed their guy in Milltown.
They've been trying to recruit me forever.
Remember, it's really simple. Look at your sheet.
Positive.
It's positive.
All right.
They've been trying to recruit me forever. That happened in Milltown. But remember, the Woodland Alliance are kind of like, we don't like that, but that guy was an asshole, right? So like they still haven't like thrown me out yet.
I think they think of you as someone to get stuff done, and if they're trying to uprise in this area, maybe they're like, we can.
Well, also, I hate all factions the way they hate all factions. I just also hate their faction.
That's true. Like, can we use you for a little bit? And you're like, you can absolutely use me.
Right. So a lot of people look around kind of confusedly as Socks kind of makes his statement.
Great, I gotta get a drink.
But you are all vagabonds. You're pretty clever, and
do we see anybody kind of like eyeing each other back?
You notice a couple of shared looks amongst people in the crowd. And you head over to the Busy Bee Tavern, and while they make mead.
Oh, perfect! I love it.
It sounds. I don't drink anymore, guys. Sober Bob is back.
And so while you're, it's not long while you're at the Busy Bee Tavern, before a young squirrel, named Emogene, sidles up next to you. I heard your speech. She's a pretty young squirrel. She probably is no more than maybe like 18, 19 years old. Very young. She goes, I heard your little speech.
Is that like 97 in squirrel years?
No,
he's doing the squirrel years.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean like.
So she's like 2.
No, he's but then she's really like a 19-year-old.
But she's not. I mean, they don't actually live everything lives normal things here. They don't just live for 2
Or
years.
we think we're living normal things, but it's all accelerated.
That is true. Except days are still days, unless like the days here are like 3 hours long.
I don't know. I have a short attention span. I'm an animal.
Shiny.
I heard your little speech today out on the quad.
Yeah, that was the idea.
My name is Emogene,
And I represent Woodland Alliance. What do you want here?
I want to talk to your boss.
You are known to us, Socks the raccoon. Some call you now Socks the murderer.
You have to be more specific.
Well,
you only have 1 kill count.
everyone has heard about what happened down in Sundell. And of course, all of us up here in the north have heard about what happened in Milltown.
Wow. Guess you better go get your boss then, huh? Who knows what might happen in, Socks checks the map, Underleaf.
I would give my life for the Alliance.
And see, that's the problem. Then you'd be dead, and the Alliance would also be dead. Instead, you should be smart and live.
Why would I bring an assassin who killed the last Woodland Alliance cell leader? In case you haven't noticed, we've been pushed back everywhere in every corner.
Actually, the cats did hire me to kill your boss.
I think you're running out of options
She
here,
seems like so
Emogene.
shook. She's like, wait, what?
Yeah. They were to trade us some invisibility cloaks, and all we had to do was kill your boss. Real easy, actually. It wasn't even being barely an inconvenience.
We just kind of flipping our daggers around. West side story.
Why? The Eyrie dynasty is knocking down their doors.
That's what I said.
All we want is for freedom. You participated in the freeing of Windgap Refuge.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Senric, that bow. You are
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pew.
Why would you take that mission? Don't you believe in what we're fighting for here?
Do you understand how assassinations work?
No, I'm not a ruthless, heartless assassin.
Fair enough. I'll explain to you. Do you think it's wise, if you're going to kill someone, to inform everyone around them that you're going to do that?
Listen, I'm so totally out of my league here. I don't know what's happening.
Now, admittedly,
neither do we.
I might still do that just because how awesome would it be, right? You know, like, oh, I'm going to kill you. And then I tell everyone I'm going to kill you. And then I kill you because that would be pretty sick, right? But
I give you some reputation.
Yeah, we're not actually here to kill your boss because otherwise he'd be dead. And half of this place would probably be on fire.
As if on cue, we've got Donnie in the chat who says, get the gimp, Nick. Get the gimp. Oh, we were looking at Badger costumes already.
So we're halfway there to the tip goal now.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Donnie.
I don't see anything in Keep Everyone Costume. So I'm taking us off soon.
Wake him up.
All right.
I'm not wearing anything underneath.
Please, God, keep it high.
$200 tip.
Thank you, Donnie.
Aaron, I would say you're persuading this NPC with threats or promises. So go ahead.
Promises of threats.
Yeah, promises of threats. Go ahead and roll with charm.
It's an 8, so a 7.
An 8. That seems appropriate.
Yeah. I'm not the most charming person.
On the other hand, they when you persuade an NPC, they aren't sure. The GM will tell you what you need to do to sway them.
Okay. Violence.
I just think
I take 2 steps
Emogene,
back.
You don't really have a lot of options here.
Emogene says, I will take you to my leader.
Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader.
I will take you for a meeting with our leader, but the war has been very hard here. And, well, you're vagabonds. We could use some food, money, supplies, bandages, weapons.
Enough! Let the escort begin.
If
2 people in the chat get this right.
I have no idea.
If you are willing
Derek was quoting Dungeon Hack.
I was quoting Dungeon Hack. If I was quoting, if you were, guys.
It doesn't mean,
I know. There was cross. If you give us 3 value, which can either be 3 value or it can be 3 depletion from all of you, not each of you, just combined. I will take you to meet with the leader.
We can use depletion for that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
1 for 1.
Apparently, Sock's prepared for this.
Are you taking all 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, I was going to give you a value to do that if you want.
All right.
No, I literally get free stuff when I walk into a forest.
Oh, all right.
As like,
Sweet.
if Socks knew, which he didn't, but he did, because that's how PbtA works. Socks just like nonchalantly hangs over a bag that's like filled with like meat, food, apple, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
There's like
one
a sword
apple
sticking
from
out.
the guy.
Yeah, I give him some of the apples I stole.
Classy. Emogene's eyes go large as you bring over this bountiful sort of bouquet of various
Don't
food
hoard it
items.
all in one place.
No.
Oh, sorry, that was probably racist too.
We need this more than you know. The Woodland Alliance could use allies.
Yes, I'm aware that you're terrible at strategy and at winning wars. That's why we're here.
Okay.
We're with him.
Meet me at the old tree.
The old tree. Very descriptive.
On the edge of town. You know, the one that's rotted.
Damn it! We walked right by it. Did you guys like paint it up to make it look nice?
We got a camouflage cloak.
The cats gave us a cloak.
There's an old burnt out tree on the edge of town. Meet us there tonight after sundown.
Okay.
And no funny business. We'll have our people on you.
Put my hand in my pockets.
All right. So the Emogene scampers away with the sack of food and other supplies, seemingly to go and set up a meeting with the Woodland Alliance leader.
Do we tailor?
I don't know where she's going.
Yeah, I assume if it's on the edge of town, we could figure that out.
Well, no, I'm saying that she wants us to meet at the edge of town. That's not necessarily where the hideout
Here's
is.
the thing. We don't want to scare
She's
these
probably-
people because we want them to trust us because we're going to use them to like. incite
Yeah,
more
I don't think we
violence and war.
necessarily need to do anything
Right.
crazy.
We want to make sure they trust us because they should trust us before we betray them.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we don't have to betray them. We're going to do what they want, which is to go get themselves killed.
We can't stab
the
them in
other
the back
factions.
if they're facing us.
That's right.
It's true.
Fair enough.
You know, I did shoot that child eye to eye.
That's true, like a man
Like
does.
a man.
All right.
That child got an honorable death.
Right. Some people are so lucky.
No, it did not.
All right. Well, sundown is a few hours away.
Child did have the most piercing
Gross.
blue eyes.
Sundown is a few hours away. What would you guys like to do? Anything?
That will help.
Is there a place where there's like a lot of people hanging out where I can go?
Yeah, that big market in the middle of town.
I was wondering if anybody's doing any gaming, any cards, dice.
Is your buckler still broke?
I was going to say, how long does it take for Artemis to potentially fix my buckler? Because it is broken.
A couple hours.
That's what I shall do.
All right. Well,
does that get rid of 1 or 2 wear?
Mark a depletion. And if you want to get rid of 2 wear, mark 2 depletion there, Dirt.
No. I have repair.
Okay. What does that repair say?
When I repair destroyed personal. Never mind.
Never mind.
Psych.
All right, the buckler is
I
still
want to go try to
broken.
find some more information from the Woodland Alliance.
Oh, no. You can. Anybody could repair your buckler. It doesn't have to be Dirt.
Oh,
Dirt can
okay.
just do it quicker and more effectively because
So like
it
I can repair it, but it would only do like one wear. He might be able to do 2 because he's a.
And how many depletion was that?
2 for 2. All right.
If not, I can do 1
Bob,
depletion and you can do 1 depletion.
Underleaf isn't as much of a gambling. It's not. It's not. This is a wholesome community full of wholesome people.
They don't got like kids playing jacks.
No, you're gonna go run. You're gonna go run some kid. Yeah, Bob. There's people playing. There's little kids playing marble. You know what? They're playing whatever the Woodland equivalent of Pog is.
They're
All right, well, I got my good
So one
set.
kid's like, I've got my clutcher slammer.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, go steal from these kids.
I
They're
was
playing marbles with acorns.
What I want to do is try to play and schmooze and try to get some more information, just so things are happening around the area. And so
All right.
I have Let's Play when you play a game of a skill and wit to loosen another's tongue. So basically, I'm just going to go around
All right, Bob,
instead of like,
Wow, I
booze-
didn't realize
booze in the-
Lucius was a pedophile.
I'm not going to smooze the bar. I'm going to
Like,
smooze the local.
Yeah, I
All
get
right,
it. I
Bob.
killed
The
children,
kids-
but
the-
like I wouldn't.
The
you
kids.
know.
The kids give you all the inside information about who's mean in
Oh,
town.
gosh. I mean, I didn't really just mean kids. I meant like there's got to be someone playing games in town.
No, it's not really.
Jeez.
Not.
I go to the local barber shop to get a haircut.
a barber shop.
Yeah, that's where they talk.
All right. Well, you know what? This is a Fox community.
That's right.
All right. Fine.
We got to.
It's a fox community. All right, Bob, you know where the foxes hang out. So you know what?
You know what the foxes say.
You find a kind of a shadier, slimier part of town. And yes, you find a small tavern kind of off the beaten path. And it's definitely like a fox establishment. And inside you can see that there's a variety of foxes playing some card games.
Excellent.
All right.
I'm going to go in and play and try to see if anyone's going to talk over the course of the few hours that I play games.
Yeah, so you guys start playing card games and everything is going well.
The barbershop?
No, this
went
was
to a tavern.
He went to the Fox and the Hound.
So confused.
That's good.
And Bob, go ahead and press your luck. See how you do.
Oh, so I don't get to roll a charm?
I don't know. What are you trying to do?
When I play a game of skill to wit to loosen one's tongue, roll a charm. On a hit, they lets something slip, useful or valuable.
Got it. Okay,
7
you have a
through
special
9,
move here.
you have to lose the game to get them there. Mark depletion, and on a total miss, they're better than you ever thought. Either mark depletion and cut your losses, or mark 3 depletion and they'll start talking.
Okay,
so it's a gamble.
Okay,
but it's +2.
Got it. Oh,
10 + 2 is 12.
You got all right. So you got the 10 plus. So what do you get there, Bob?
On a hit, let slip something useful or valuable.
Got it.
Yep.
All right, Bob. You're talking with the foxes, and they.
What does the fox say?
All right.
Somebody has to clip that, please. Clip that.
So the foxes are actually the most oppressed species.
My people.
Oppression, you say?
Oh God!
In general, the foxes have been pretty, pushed down over the course of this war, and the foxes are all kind of like talking, and they're like, the Woodland Alliance, they make their attempts, they're always coming around here trying to get people interested and stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, amongst us foxes here, there is one who does listen. And there is one who understands us. And that is the great worm.
The cold. Oh, yeah, the lizards.
You learn that Underleaf is actually has a thriving undercurrent of lizard cult worshipers.
That's a problem.
Amongst the foxes.
Love it.
That's a problem.
Who worship the great worm in secret. They hold secret seances dedicated to the great worm, bringing its bountiful blessings, and they attribute the fact that Underleaf is still safe and secure to the fact that they have been
makes total sense to
making
me.
Complete. And in fact, they are even now preparing to purify Underleaf in the coming weeks.
Shame.
Yeah, they're going to go full High Sparrow on it, and they want to build a garden here so that all can know the bounteous of the great worm.
I mean, that sounds amazing.
I understand the garden.
And they basically turn to you and they say, "Brother, have you not heard the calling of the great worm? Do you not feel the loss in your heart?
Do feel something?
I mean, haven't you been searching for something this whole time? A meaning to all of this chaos and madness?
Yes.
Don't you wish there was a point to it all?
More chaos and madness.
Yes, but towards an end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of everything.
Now you get it.
Oh boy. We're losing a vote.
One of us.
The claw.
All right, Bob, gain 2 boxes with a reputation with the lizard cult.
Oh.
As Bob makes good inroads amongst the fox denizens of Underleaf.
Are you sure that they were foxes?
Oh, they're like lizard people, like in disguise. Like,
are you?
Yeah, they're like
they're like faceless men.
They're actually in a costume this whole time.
So next week, Bob, you have to wear a lizard onesie with the fox onesie on top.
Oh,
right, you're gonna wear 2 costumes next week, Bob. So you can take.
I'm actually getting decently acclimated to this temperature. It's just this flipping nose.
Your sweat's like cooling it off now.
It's just.
I mean, to be fair, that is what sweat does.
Right. But now it's like nasty.
I feel like
you've been
I'm
playing
okay. Just
sports
this,
ball.
It's this thing.
There was a comment. I don't remember who said it, but they said there are pills to make the
nose
go a little.
It was Frosty. I saw him.
Right. Us. You know what? I would say our audience has the maturity of 12-year-olds, but so do we. So that's quite all right. All right. So
I kind of want to cause even more.
Henry with $20 says, "Great worm."
I mean, that sounds amazingly chaotic. The Woodland Alliance about to rise up, and the worms are coming and clear it all. I mean, this sounds fun.
Yes. You wanted chaos?
Chaos killed the dinosaurs, darling.
That's even more chaos.
What if I what about this? What if I tell these lizard cult people, these members, that they're
Let me be clear. These are not
followers.
Lizard cult members, right?
They're followers.
They're like followers. They're not like members of the clergy of the Great Worm.
Can they guide me to a place of more mentorship?
If you want max chaos, and this is totally something your character would do, just throwing this out there. You could tell them that we're gonna.
That's what I was just about to do. That's where I was going.
But tell them where the secret meeting is.
Fuck yeah, let's do that. That's great. Yes. But I want to find out the guy I need to talk to.
No, yeah, you gotta find the head. Yeah. The head.
Well, the best laid plans of mice and men.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
There's no men here. It's just mice.
So.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to do.
So he's like, "Do you not hear the call of the Great Worm, brother?
Yes.
Do you not wish to join us? The revolution is coming.
It will not be televised.
It will not be. We don't have televisions.
The cats have television.
I'm a fox. I don't even know what I watch.
I don't know what to eat.
Soon, brother. You are a vagabond. You travel the world. The lizard cult could use someone like you on their side.
I do have a particular set of skills.
Right. And remember, the wealth of the lizard cult comes not from conquest. It comes from worthy donations. It comes from people who are willing to part with all of their worldly possessions so that they may enjoy the benefits that the Great Worm offers.
Which you can do when you conquer them.
Yes.
The lizard cult does not conquer. Wait, you're not here. Yeah. The lizard cult does not conquer.
I'll collect that for the Great Worm.
They come when they are invited. And we here in Underleaf have been doing our most to show the lizards, to show the Great Worm that we are worthy of their attention and that they should build a garden here. Okay.
Take me to your lizard
So,
leader.
Bob, what do you do?
I'm hoping they will, introduce me to someone more than just a follower, someone that's going to maybe kind of bless me or something. But I just want to, talk to them and kind of tell them what's happening. I have a meeting tomorrow, and shit's about to go down
tonight.
Yeah, you don't got much time.
Yes, time is of the essence. Don't you understand? The Great Worm has brought me here to tell you this. I don't know if I was clipping there. I got real loud. Sorry. Getting excited.
Would you say you're ensuing chaos?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I only advance when I topple a tyrannical or dangerously overbearing figure. I'm more like just causing chaos. It's not really chaos in this thing.
Things are getting toppled.
Maybe. I'll topple some trees. We could be the lumberjacks.
Oh,
and I really
would take out the tree. Artemis, can you take out the tree?
I believe that can be done.
Excellent. I don't know why, but let's just take out the tree.
All right, Bob. So
yes.
It's a little short noticed. But you are introduced to a fox by the name of Braden. Now, Braden has a home, and as you enter into it, it's a den. It's a nice den. Braden has a very nice home, much nicer than any of the other homes in Underleaf.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually get the sense that he's probably quite wealthy.
Yes.
And then as you enter in, your nose is sort of assaulted by the smells of strange aromas and pungent, pungent
incense and
stuff burning. And your fox friends sort of have you wait in the chamber, in the antechamber. It's sort of a richly appointed house, beautiful craftsmanship.
I thought they were supposed to give up their worldly possessions in the name of the Great Worm.
This
seems like a little
you don't understand
counterintuitive.
You don't understand how Scientology. I mean,
to quote The Office, Creed says, I've been in a number of cults, both as a follower and as a leader. You make more money as a leader, but you have more fun as a follower.
Accurate.
So
I wait in the chamber.
You wait for a few moments, and then a elderly fox arises from a rear passageway, and you can see that he's got some gray in his whiskers. He's got some.
Oh shit! He's got 4 years old.
However, he is wearing sort of these ochre yellow robes.
Oh, sweet.
And he has a massive golden pendant on with a massive head of a dragon, kind of emblazoned on it with ruby eyes. And the old fox comes forward and he goes,
that's something you should steal.
That is valuable, Bob.
That's something worth stealing. Not a damn book, not a ledger.
Steal it while he's wearing it.
That's done.
The other foxes bow low at his approach.
I do the same.
And he comes forward and he goes, "Rise, my child. My name is Braden, and I welcome you to this home of the Great Worm. How can I help you?"
I feel like I've been lost.
Yes, my son.
And I feel like it was a sign of the worm to find the followers, a fellow fox, and that it brought me here, knowing that this pasture, this place needs, this is right with sin and needs to be cleansed.
So, Bob, I would think you're lying.
Maybe.
That's a great question.
Part of it is lie. It's a half truth. It's definitely a half truth.
I mean, so the question here, really, from our purposes, I feel like you just triggered a move.
Okay.
The question is, did you trigger?
What was that? Meeting someone?
Did you trigger trick an NPC or did you trigger persuade an NPC? Now, you haven't really promised them anything.
Are they? Is that trusting fate?
No. When you trick an NPC to get what you want, roll with cunning.
Okay.
And I think that's what you just did.
Yeah, that seems right.
Roll with cunning.
Okay, +2.
Oh, nice.
10
nice.
+2 is 12.
All right, Bob. On a hit, they take the bait and do what you want. End of story.
Well,
sold.
There happens to be a meeting tonight.
He goes, "Yes, I can see it in your eyes. You're a true believer."
Maybe he had a vision that I would come there too.
You know what? You know what did it? I could see. Something came over you when you saw the symbol of the great worm. It was a true symbol.
It was almost like I was in a trance.
Yeah, it was like you were in a trance of awe and its power and majesty.
It came over me.
That's definitely sold it on me.
Yes.
You should try to get him to give you that necklace.
But you are Lucius, a vagabond that is known even to us here in Underleaf. Us foxes have to stick together after all.
That's why I came. I sought you guys out. It feels like I was meant to be.
Well, what can the great worm do for you here? What can you do for us?
Well, I've been specially invited to this meeting tonight.
What meeting?
There's a meeting with the Woodland Alliance.
The Woodland Alliance?
Yes. They are planning to...
They are a trivial fly to be swatted away. It is the great worm's beneficence that keeps Underleaf safe. They are a nuisance.
For now.
They draw people's hopes and attentions away from the great worm.
They're gathering for an uprising.
Really? You
Tonight,
know this?
I've been specially invited.
I would question you, but I forgot you rolled a 12.
Yes, I will believe whatever you say.
Anything you say. And I can let you in the back door.
To what end?
To the back of the oak. I don't know if they know.
I think you need to tell him that you want his people to kill.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes.
He goes, "You mistake me, brother.
Cleansing
Fox.
happens tonight.
We are not warriors. I am an old man. And my foxes..."
Strike him down and take over this cult.
This will say,
strike him down and take over this cult.
If you would... It's like you see my tears turning.
Do it.
No.
No.
If you would
flow through you.
merely lend me your garb and
These are my robes.
I will
You have
be
not earned
your
them.
warrior in your place tonight.
No.
They have to know it's you. They have to know it's the cult of the Great Worm.
No, that is...
Did he forget he rolled a 12?
that is not the way that the great one. Well, no, he believes that he wants to join him, but this is different.
I need him to strike him down. I need him to cause a little chaos.
He's too weak to serve the Great Worm.
We must bide our time.
Time is now.
Now, Brother Fox, if you truly wish to be great and wish to have greatness thrust upon you, then this moment of destiny could be the moment where you show us your worth. If you were to go to that meeting and kill them all in our name, well, that would prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're a true believer and should be welcomed into our innermost circles.
What do I have to show them that I am part of this alliance?
Well, you wouldn't want them to know that you're part of the cult, would you?
You told me you wanted me to do it on your behalf.
Right.
To let them know that the cult did it.
No, I want you just to take out the Woodland Alliance.
Oh, okay.
He wants it to be secretive as an initiation
I thought he said like
because once the Woodland Alliance is taken out, this town will have no other force to oppose us. And we can move from basements and shadowy spaces. And the Fox community can finally spread our message amongst the other denizens of Underleaf. You could be my great champion, the shining spear that leads an army of foxes across this land, purifying it, showing all the mighty majesty of Lord Lucius.
Or just become Lord Lucius.
Yeah, that is an option.
Strike him down. Where he stands. All right, Bob, I know you're looking at your combat sheet and you're concerned.
$10, by the way, from Chandra coming out of New Zealand. It says badger.
Okay.
Mushroom.
Remember, your charm is through the roof, right?
It's 2. It's not
There's 2 guards in this room.
There's a
who
few.
might sense his weakness if you tell them.
The other thing is I followed you because remember, I'm your protector. So if you call out for a signal, I could always just barge in.
I would have you mark an exhaustion, but yes, because you're his protector, I would totally let you be there to kick in the door.
Like I said, I followed sneakily, kind of, just, and you and I, since we've been close together, I
feel like I have 2 options here. One, I can just go to the Woodland Alliance meeting.
That's boring.
And not kill them.
Yeah,
and then go back and kill the lizard cult.
Or you can kill the lizard cult now.
Cult leader. Think about it. This guy's weak. He's afraid. He's trying to convince you to go die in his place. He's also rich.
Yeah.
Why isn't this money going to the cult?
Yeah, but I kind of want to hustle him.
But if you kill him,
that's my nature.
You become a cult leader. And what did Cree say, Derek?
You make more money as a leader.
Does sound pretty. That sounds pretty thrilling.
I'm just a voice in your head, Bob. Just saying. Fox isn't actually here right now.
Right.
You're talking to yourself.
Yeah, if you take him out, I'm barging in too.
That's true. You will win this fight because Badger's
I don't even know if I need you. I think I'm just gonna start to put doubt into what he's saying. Like it. You don't understand. Tonight is the night that is meant. This calling is meant for now. Are you too afraid to have the worm's presence here be known and
now
take
we can
over?
continue to role play, but I want to be clear.
I want to kill him
from a game mechanic perspective. What you're trying to accomplish.
We can continue. I want to kill him.
Sometimes it's that easy. Folks.
I'm trying to sow doubt, and then I want to slice his throat.
Okay, I got it. So it's a 2-step process.
Yes.
One is to sow doubt into the minds of his people.
Because I can't just cause an uprising within the cult and take over. Then they won't follow me. Right. And I don't really need them to follow me. I just need them to not rebel
But they
against
followed
me.
you. That would be interesting.
It would be weird.
Because then you would suddenly become a cult leader.
Yeah, and I don't want to become that. I don't want them to also rebel against me either. I just think this guy's weak, and I think it'd be pretty chaotic if. So, you know what? I should just kill them all and then go in with the robes, and then everyone will think the lizard cult did it. That's what I want to do.
So if you're trying to persuade these NPCs to sort of believe you that this guy's weak, you do need to promise them something or threaten them.
Okay,
that's the way that move would trigger. Otherwise, we're just gonna.
I'm gonna promise them the great things of the worm that if I cleanse this meeting tonight, then the cult will have the biggest presence in here. We'll cleanse they talked about in the bar. This will be the cleansing that needs to happen in Underleaf.
Got it. So you're promising them that if
I'm the leader,
yeah,
here,
that you will basically make it all happen tonight.
Yes,
overnight,
tonight.
All right, roll a charm.
8. So
all right,
6 + 2, 8.
Well, Bob, when you persuade an NPC with promises or threats, roll the charm. On a 10 or higher, they see things your way, provided you've given them a strong motive or reasonable bribe. On a 7 through 9, they aren't sure. The GM will tell you what you need to do to sway them. You need to kill Braden.
All right, that's what I tried to do.
All right. Do I need to storm in? Do I get the signal to kick in the door?
Nah, not until you hear me scream.
Okay. I'll listen for the scream at the door. Ready to go.
Because right now I'm not in trouble.
$10 from Great Roleplaying Debbie says, well, we could continue to roleplay. I want to kill him.
I feel like that's a beat here, like in an
I
hour.
would like to kill him now.
Do you wish to end this roleplay?
Braden, as you're kind of turning to the people, Braden says, I don't like your tone. What are you suggesting? That I'm somehow not worthy to be the leader? That the Great Worm would choose you over me?
I don't like your face. I'm going to take your face off.
You got Nick Cage, son.
I mean, he got Nick Cage. I don't know what to do. New canon. The lizard cult are apparently faceless men.
Yes.
And have
only when Bob takes their face from them.
Oh man. Okay. Hey, Lazarus Dark just re-upped for 10 months.
Wow.
Joining the adventure.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lazarus.
Thank you so much, Laz.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's mad at you. I mean, he's spitting curses at you, and he's like, get out of my house. You are no true believer. But the 5 or 6 foxes that are here are kind of looking at you like, you gonna show up or what?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
So Bob, what do you do?
I have a dagger. I'm gonna take it out and try to cut his face.
Great. Wait, his face?
Off. I'm gonna cut his throat first. I want to slice his throat. That's what I talked about.
Why do you want to take his face off?
That was
wear it, Derek.
I'm trying to
pay attention.
He's getting into character. He's trying to officially wear it.
Okay, well, he's an old man, and you kill him.
Excellent. And I don his robes and his face. His face.
Was he a lizard underneath? Was it?
All right. Well, now, so Nick.
Yes.
Do you see him kill this lizard man or this fox in cold blood?
Well, let's get heat in there.
They are cold-blooded.
I would say
you're already more like a lizard. That was cold blooded.
I would say I'm outside waiting for the signal. So
all right, well, no signal comes.
Right. I was gonna say, were there
any screams?
You're saying
no,
you cut his throat.
You cut his throat.
Well, I'm saying from the followers, they just kind of like
no, they're all in.
You got them.
All right,
but
your followers.
You don't know nothing.
I was gonna say there's no windows, so it's a den, right?
Yeah.
So like I can't really see. I'm audibly listening for the signal.
Yeah, nothing comes.
Nothing comes.
All right, so you kill the leader.
One of us.
Braden dies. He falls to the ground, dies, and the followers look a little
for
like
the cause.
The followers look a little unsure, but they're like,
tonight
the Great Worm would have
dine.
the Great Worm would have never let Braden die if he was worthy. So ergo, you must be the chosen
That's
one.
some great logic. Well, I gather them up because tonight's the meeting.
That guy.
So I'm gonna. You're my first lieutenant. So we're gonna show up late to this alliance meeting tonight. You guys are probably looking for me, but I'm coming with the crew.
All right, so you now have robes.
You exit.
And now you have gold medallion of the Great Worm, Bob,
and his face.
Yeah, and the value on that, Bob, is 6.
Oh damn, son!
Because it's got the ruby eyes.
So he walks out of the den. I'm still waiting. I'm like, hey man, nice bling. Where'd you get that from?
Nice face, Bob.
If you want to, Bob, you can write down fox face. Remember, it's not a lizard face. It would be a fox putting on a fox face.
I know. I sort of, this is a joke, but
yeah, obviously.
But it's kind of funny now.
All right, is it though? All right. So you guys spend the afternoon repairing his shield. You give the squirrel some food. Bob goes and...
I did not really expect this session to do
this. Neither did I.
Dark.
See, this is why it's nice that you don't prep anything in route. Because whatever I would have prepped would completely have been ruined by whatever the fuck that just was.
Out the window.
All right, well.
So now it's getting a little warmer.
So you got 2 faces on. I mean.
That's true.
All right, so night is falling. Mm-hmm. So what is your guys' status and what are you guys doing? Is there anything you want to do beforehand? What is your plan? Anything you want to do, let me know. Are you with them, Bob?
I had them synchronize our watches.
Okay.
And then we're gonna meet up.
Okay.
At the whatever.
So you and I just had
10 minutes after the meeting starts or whatever.
So do we know that you're gonna come in and murder everyone?
Do they know?
The only person that might know would be him, but no, I don't tell anybody.
Okay.
All right.
I would say you probably
just told us you're gonna be 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
I would say, you told me as we're headed towards there, hey man, this is what's about to go down, just so you're aware.
Did you?
Did you tell him?
I didn't tell you, but did you notice me taking off my robes?
I saw you walk out with the robes.
Okay, I'll just let you assume what you want to assume.
Yeah, so
Okay.
what would Vance think of all this?
I was gonna say, what the heck? Well,
Remember
knowing
this
him,
is,
he's a thief. So I'm probably just thinking that he probably just walked in there, talked to them, stole some shit, and be like, hey man.
Now let me ask you this:
exactly what I did.
If you knew that he killed that guy in cold blood, how would Vance feel about that? How would you feel about that?
That's a good question.
It's probably not on your character sheet.
Well, that's what I was trying to see. It doesn't affect like my drives or nature or anything like that because that's like, whatever. I mean,
so you're okay with people murdering people in cold blood? That's not against
Sox
them.
shot a child.
Wasn't cold
in
blood.
the face.
Okay, but remember that was during during
It was during combat.
It was during combat.
Okay,
This is like an old man who invited Bob into his house, and then Bob murdered him, and then took his belongings and took over his cult. So Bob,
just because he listens to
you
voices
definitely
in his
stole
head.
something.
So I was gonna say, so I probably don't know that then.
Okay,
No,
I probably just know that
He's just asking you if you knew.
I'm asking.
Oh.
We've established you don't know that.
Okay.
But if you did know that, how would Vance feel about that?
I think the protectorness of me would say, okay, man, if they're going to come after you, they got to go through me first.
So
Like,
no
it's
matter
gotta
what he did,
it's
so
got
if-
to be that ride or die type of mentality.
so if he murdered your
Man.
family, you would protect him.
Vance-
there are some things that
If he-
cross in the line
If
like
he
that.
threw 700 children into a flaming bonfire,
We're trying to figure out where your boundaries are.
Yes,
where your
exactly.
lines
I'm
are.
trying to figure out.
Because
If you
murder in
kids-
cold blood is pretty
if you
rough.
went
That is
300
pretty
kids.
rough, but I don't know about it. I don't know. That's a good
50
question.
kids.
I don't know.
Yeah, like, how many children could he kill before you would?
How about 5?
But
Would you
it's
not
a
protect him
cult
if it was 5
leader.
kids?
Depends on the
Yeah, but
situation. Is
what-
there 3 kids that?
But
might
I just
die?
murdered him. I mean, there was nothing. He didn't do anything to me.
Did the kids deserve it?
No.
2 kids are from poor backgrounds. 3 kids are more rich. Do
This
you
is
care
that-
which of
this
the
is
kids
that-
die?
This is that
Yeah,
train.
the trolley problem.
Trolley problem here.
Yeah. No. So basically, I'm just asking you, Nick. Like, where does your boundary with him lie?
I don't know at the time. I mean,
Well,
like,
figure it out. What is it?
I'd probably be pretty upset.
What would make
about
you
that.
betray Bob? What would make you betray Lucius? It doesn't have to be the only thing.
So,
but what is something that no.
him
Nope,
betraying
nope,
me.
Nope. What would make you like break ties with him?
It would be him betraying me or like my family or something like that. Like I think if it was a
What
personal
if he
attack
betrayed-
on my
Badgers?
nature, like I had no relationship with the foxes and the lizards. Those are his people and stuff like that. So it's
Gotcha.
like
So you're like a me and mine only type of guy.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
What if you
So-
betrayed someone in our little party here?
We're vagabonds. I'm a
Yeah, but
protector
don't
of
you
him
have?
right
What's
now.
your connection with Artemis?
We're partners.
Right. So if you betrayed your partner, you're looking at.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So it'd be like we have more of a relationship between a partner with Artemis and myself. So that would be
and
kind
you and
of
I are
that,
partners. If he just slit my throat in
yeah.
front
So
of you, would
yeah.
you
So
be
to your
like,
point,
"Mm."
no. To your point, anybody in this group or like my family would
So
be
people
kind of
that you
the line.
know, what's that syndrome called? Is it like monkey brain or whatever, where like you're only capable of knowing like 13 people or something?
I don't know.
I do not know.
It's some psychology thing. So basically, if you don't personally know them, they're dead to you.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, shoot, I flew
All
into
right.
a
So
thing
no.
of-
So Artemis, Sox,
Mhm.
no Lucius, no Vance.
Yep.
Night is coming, and you two are making your way to the secret Woodland Alliance base in the old burned out tree on the edge of town.
Right.
All right.
I'm gonna go to the back of the tree and set some things up.
about to be some fireworks tonight.
All right. Well, they are watching you very carefully. So you are going to have to attempt to move quietly and stealthily. You are going to have to sneak. Do you have the sneak roguish feat?
I do have sneak.
Okay, great. So then what you will do is attempt a roguish feat. You'll do that by rolling 2d6 and adding your cunning.
That would be 11.
Wow.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, you do it. And there's
All right.
no,
Mission
there's,
accomplished.
there's no qualifications or issues, no ifs, and buts about it. All right. So very
Just-
quietly and with
don't let go of the
great
dead man
skill,
trigger.
you, who we've established, have quite a panache well, we don't know what you put there, right? We'll leave that.
We'll find
to-
out.
We'll find out.
The only thing we,
All
wait,
I know
wait.
is I will be far enough away when it happens. this time.
Okay.
are there any grain silos near it?
No grain silos this time.
We learned this
You
lesson.
are in a tree.
Those
Which
are
is also
flammable, aren't they?
flammable. Anyway,
Just saying.
Is it the rainy season?
you said it was the old tree, right? So
Yeah,
it's
this
probably
is-
dry rotted.
It's real dry.
All right. You rejoin, but at first he's off sneaking and putting God knows what, God knows where. It's just you.
That's fine. I don't
All right.
care. I walk in.
Emogene is there.
Yep.
And in the shadows, your keen raccoon vision, you can see that there's probably a dozen members of the Woodland Alliance. And just because you're such a skilled, trained badass, like from their looks of their gear and equipment, you could tell that this is at least some of the people who ambushed that Marquisate convoy back on the road.
So they're okay.
Yeah, they're reasonably skilled.
There's some
Only
BAs.
half of them died.
Right. Emogene looks. You came alone.
No, I didn't.
There's no one else here.
You got bad eyes. You got to work on that.
What do you mean?
You'll figure it out.
I don't know what he means.
I don't know what he means.
I don't know what he means.
Artemis, do you come in at that point or something? Like,
he's planting bombs.
Yeah.
And these two aren't
late.
here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
late.
know exactly what he's doing, but I did technically come alone.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not lying. I'm just being vague.
You'll understand our wariness. Our leader is here, but we must ask you to leave your weapons at the door.
Oh, that's fine. That wasn't how I was going to kill him anyway. See, I was going to win your trust over and get really close and then kill him with a secret weapon that you can't find on me.
Oh.
Here. Hand it over my bow.
All right, you hand over Pepe Le Pew, and you have like a long sword, right?
I don't know if we should trust him.
this is getting real sketchy real quick.
All right, so like 6 or 7 knives, a sword, bow later.
Like a two-handed hammer. I forgot that was in there.
There's like a Mary Poppins montage of him just pulling out weapons. All right, so you disarm yourself, and they kind of watch you carefully, and then Emogene goes, all right.
All right, I'll walk in.
All right. 2 of the would-be Woodland Alliance members, kind of rough guardsmen, and you could quickly assess them, by the way, Aaron. These guys are, they're no trained soldiers, so they have the stat line. So a trained soldier has a stat line of 2 injury boxes, 2 morale boxes. These guys are basically just average denizens.
Yeah.
1 box of morale, 1 box of injury. But remember, when there's 12 of them, like there is right now, it's +4, and they do times 3. So if this whole squad were to attack you right now, they would be doing 3 damage to you.
Is there anything to drink in this room?
Well, not yet. You enter into a long, small conference room of sorts, and you can see that there is a badly in need of repair table, a bunch of mismatched chairs. It's basically about as completely opposite as Braden's house as could possibly be. You see that there are maps of Underleaf and the Woodland. You can see that there are small pieces kind of representing Marquisate and Eyrie dynasty movement marked on sort of the map. And as you enter in, a fox, not that much different than Lucius's age, stands up. In fact, you would say that there's a pretty reasonable family resemblance. As he sort of stands up and from the other end of the table and takes a look at you and says, my name is Camden. I am the leader of this Woodland Alliance cell.
Socks looks around the room.
Are you here to murder me?
Jesus.
Jesus.
This is going to be a lot more work than I thought. Not yet. I don't know. Depends if you piss me off.
Your name amongst my people.
I sit down while he starts talking, put my feet on the table.
He motions. There is just a clay jug of water,
I should have known you would resort to poison.
Just water.
Exactly.
We have precious little money for niceties such as wine.
No wonder you're losing this war.
It's not about a war. That's what you don't understand.
You were about to say it's not about winning, weren't you? And that's why you're losing.
It's not about winning a war.
It really is when you're in a war.
You don't understand. This is about more than just
Please
control.
tell me more about losing.
I don't want to win.
I know. It's obvious.
I want to save my people. I want to give the members of this woodland a chance at a real life, an opportunity to be free and to live as gods and nature intended. I would see every member of this beautiful land free from birds and cats, free from the Woodland Alliance. We are a temporary Band-Aid on an otherwise larger problem.
That's what they all say until they get power.
That is true.
Now Bob's a voice in my head.
Don't do it.
Man,
There are many.
Sox Lucius makes a good point.
Sox Lucius.
Right.
It just appears on your shoulder. The other one is just actually Smith.
Who the hell are you?
He looks at you up and down. He goes, obviously you have quite a reputation amongst our people.
I'm listening. Sorry. It's really hot here today.
You don't want to ask him to turn on the AC for you?
Watching Aaron's glasses
I know, they fog up so much.
Obviously, we all know about Milltown and what happened there.
Yeah, that guy was an asshole.
It is true. In fact,
he was a donkey.
The Woodland Alliance there.
Hate donkeys.
But I think you can appreciate this because that person whom you killed, in my opinion, represents the very worst of the Woodland Alliance. Those
I agree.
People who believe that we should go to any and all, that the ends justify any means. You have worked with a Woodland Alliance member like that, haven't you? You know Senric.
I do.
And I understand that you two do not necessarily see eye to eye, that you believe, as I do, that his methods, well, effective, are primitive, crude, and ultimately do more harm than good.
Yep.
I do not want the Woodland Alliance to be seen as a group of underground terrorists running around making mischief in the night. I want the people to turn to us because they believe in us, because I believe in them.
So what's with the mass murder outside the town then?
You're completely right. 100%. And you know what? I am wrong. I was wrong in Milltown. I was wrong with the skunk. Turns out that donkey, he was right. And once he took away the luxury of having a family, I saw his point. Because everything you say, I believed in. And everything you say is why you're losing. And why you're going to get killed by the cats or the birds. Or who knows, I heard that there were some lizards up north.
Lizards? Here? Preposterous.
I mean, that's what I say, but you never know. It's crazy times. But I got to tell you something. When I murdered that little child from there right through its skull, and I saw the look of terror in that soldier's eyes, he wasn't afraid of dying. He was afraid of whatever I'd become. A fear greater than just violence. It was abhorrent. It challenged his foundation. And that's when I realized that Cindric and the leader in Milltown were right. Because the only way to beat them is to be worse than them. And that's why you're going to die here.
I thought you didn't come here to murder me.
I didn't. I don't need to. You're already dead. Look around.
I have 24 loyal followers who believe, as I do, that the Woodland Alliance can offer them a better path forward. Now, I know that horrible
You
things...
cannot protect these people. You could not protect these 12 individuals in this room from me without my weapons. Be honest.
As he curves a bullet.
That is...
I'm just waiting for that.
That is probably true.
How will you save this forest? Ideals will not work alone.
Artemis, I'll say at this point in time, you're shown into the room as one of the other people. Emogene goes, Artemis has arrived.
Scout.
I walk in carrying a basket of candied apples. I start tossing them to all the...
I take one.
I give you a look.
I put it down.
He puts it back. Oh.
Well,
that's great.
I don't think we will see eye to eye. I am sorry that someone with as much power and the means to really affect change has lost all hope. And I'm sorry for what has happened to you. I truly am. But I will not compromise, and I will not lose hope. And if that means that we can't win, then
What'd you say your name was again?
I would rather die as the fox that I am than live as someone I am not. Yeah, Camden.
Camden? I will remember you, Camden.
Well, Sox, I appreciate you meeting with us. And also, thank you for the food and medicine that you gave to us. It meant a lot to my people.
That being said, we don't have to leave empty-handed here. Maybe some part of me hoped for a little bit more. The part of me that still isn't quite dead yet. But we'll get there. I am still a vagabond. And I'm sure you need something murdered.
I tried to tell you.
How do you mean to beat the birds or the cats on your doorsteps? I know you're not above murder. I buried the corpses your men left.
If you mean that Marquisate patrol.
Well, they were yours too. So much for your respect.
There are very precious few of us. Everyone here knows what's being asked of them. We didn't join for glory and riches or for laurels or pats on the back. An ignominious death in the middle of the woodland is a possible fate for all of us, myself included.
Yeah.
And I was at that raid.
That's how you
train your men. That could have been me in the dirt.
You'd been one of the corpses I buried.
And that would have been my fate. And I've accepted that. Are you telling me that you haven't accepted the possibility that you could just die?
Oh, I'm already dead. But a bunch of people aren't counting on me.
So, Bob,
you're making this all about yourself.
I feel like we're rolling in now.
Bob, would you say that you and the lizards are you?
No, me and Nick right now.
You and Nick.
The lizards.
They're
coming a little bit later.
They're
right?
coming just after me.
Remember, they're foxes. They're not lizards.
Sorry, the lizard cult followers
yes.
Are coming. Just they know. We synced up. Do we miss the?
Well, no. There's like there's like a knock on the door.
Oh, okay.
And like a Woodland Alliance member sticks their head in. Camden, the other two vagabonds are showing up. They're just walking right up to the thing. They're walking right up to us, like you hear a commotion at the front door. And
hey guys, how you doing?
You guys are being stopped by Alliance Guard members. They're like, why are you here separately? What is going on?
Yeah, we got delayed.
These guys go so fast through the forest.
What are you wearing?
We got lost.
What are you wearing?
We went to the wrong tree. Okay, we went to
we took a left of the
on the other side of town.
You wouldn't believe the traffic.
Yellow looks horrible on you. Also, is this your brother?
So wait,
my brother?
You haven't not in there yet.
Sorry, I was confused where we were.
They're in the foyer.
We're
got it.
I found this sweet.
Later.
They don't really know what that is. They just think it's really, really strange.
It's like feel the skin texture. It's like it's kind of slimy.
Feels like fox skin.
They ask you to.
It's a nice purse material.
They ask you both to put down your weapons.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Good? All right.
No big deal.
And then you are led into the room. And Bob, so as you're coming, it's like, and that is and he turns, he goes, Lucius?
Oh, fuck, I know him. Great. This is going to get way more complicated.
Brother, what are you doing here?
I thought you had died in the fire.
Brother, what are you wearing?
What is that?
Check out the spinner chain.
Your chain hang low.
Lucius?
What? Camden.
You're
Artemis?
Donkey.
You're with Socks?
Yeah.
Wait, you're part of that vagabond group that blew up Sundell?
When there's nothing to do.
Oh, I know about what happened in Sundell, Artemis. That's why my people have been watching you like a hawk to make sure that you don't do anything shenaniganous.
Did they eat the apples yet?
What have you come here for, brother?
I just following the ways of the world. When you died, there was nothing left. There was no one left.
Wait, you're dead?
He's also dead.
No.
Yet.
I survived.
And I did too. The only way I knew how.
And so did
Using my skills.
I thought you were dead. Brother.
Isn't this a lovely family reunion?
This is a miracle.
Do you remember what Mom used to tell us?
Yeah, don't join freakishly strange cults.
That's oddly specific.
Well, there's only 5 factions in the game, and one of them is a cult.
Brother,
That was the least. You know,
I have
the
so
least
much to
favorite
tell
one.
you. Can I talk to you outside for a minute?
He's like overwhelmed with emotion, and he goes,
Outside.
Artemis. I wouldn't do that.
everyone, wait
Stay
here.
in here, Luscious.
I take him outside.
All right,
So better
so
hold on to that trigger.
you and Camden walk out into like outside into like the kind of the clearing. So you're like standing on like the edge of like the big wooden platform, right on the edge, like because you're at the edge of town. So it's probably like 100 feet down to the forest floor. And it's nighttime. There's fireflies dancing amongst these massive, huge redwood trees.
Push
you can
him.
hear
Are you part of this Woodland Alliance?
part of this Woodland Alliance.
He's
I'm
the
one of the
last living
founding
leader.
members.
I put my hand on his shoulder.
And push.
Then I am sorry. And then you see the lizard cults come in.
Holy shit!
I moved him outside so he didn't die with the lizard cults.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a heads up.
Oh yeah,
Wait, did
it's
you?
my family.
Wait. Did you tell me on the way? Do I know that the lizard people are
I probably
coming?
told you this shit was about to go down.
Okay.
And
Good
Then-
son him. And
then
push
there's
him.
a scream at the front door, and you suddenly see from out. You guys are inside the conference room, so
Yeah.
this is outside. When you suddenly hear a scream outside, and you hear people go, "We are discovered, betrayed!" And then suddenly you hear the sound of daggers and swords being drawn, and a ferocious melee is breaking out just outside of the door. You 3 are inside the conference room on the other side of this, and you hear somebody has attacked the Woodland Alliance's secret base, and the Woodland Alliance are fighting for their very lives.
I immediately sprint out to grab my sword and
Is there a
buckler.
back door?
Huh?
Is there a back way out?
Well, that's a great question. Sounds like you're trying to read a tense situation.
Yes. Back way out would be really good for us.
All of our weapons are in the front room.
I was like, I'm sprinting to grab my
Please,
weapons right now. They know me,
Dirt,
so like they
roll
won't.
with cunning. Don't forget your mic, buddy.
7.
Great. Dirt, you get to ask one question. What's my best way out? In or through? Who or what is the biggest threat? What is vulnerable to me? What should I be on the lookout for? Or who's in control here?
What is my best way out?
Got it. All right.
Back the way we came.
You quickly look around, Dirt and Artemis, and as you kind of spy, your hedgehog senses twitching. You see that one of the torches on the back wall seems to be some sort of secret passageway out. In fact, from the location of it, you would be willing to bet it's actually a spiral staircase that goes down the burnt out interior of the big tree and might be a secret way back down to the ground.
I've seen that in National Treasure.
I was like,
I was totally thinking of National Treasure.
So you could also make your own door if you so inclined to.
So that is what you notice. All right. So the ferocious melee is busting out outside. Artemis begins twitching around, looking left and right.
I'm headed to go
You
back.
said you were busting out into the front room.
I'm going to get
what
my
are you doing?
weapon.
Did you bomb this tree?
Yes, I did.
You
You would
drinking
know
the
that
water?
because we're like family.
It's not so bad if you give it a chance.
We read each other's thoughts.
So Socks. You ask him that, he answers.
I
Nick,
point to the.
Nick, you have dramatic intensity here. Nick, you kick open the door to the foyer and you run in to see a ferocious melee. There are foxes wearing sort of yellow robes, screaming like,
Hey, that's the same thing that Lucius has.
For the great worm. And they're like trying to stab. And the Woodland Alliance, wearing their kind of like studded leather armor, have pulled out small swords and daggers. And they're kind of all in this clumped in fighting ferocious melee. It is a literal shitstorm of.
I try to just go to grab all the weapons that are on the table and just run back into Artemis and Socks.
So you're just trying to get in and get out.
Yes.
All right.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
grab the stuff and go back because like I can't leave the weapons behind, and it's like shit hit the fan. We're unarmed. I don't know if you told them about me as well. So like, hey, there's a badger in there. He's cool. Don't kill him. I mean, obviously the Woodland Alliance
I
thinks
just
we
told them
betrayed
Woodland
them, but-
Alliance.
Okay.
I don't know if they can determine that. I don't know how smart these foxes are.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that to do that, you are attempting to do a roguish feat of acrobatics through the melee.
Okay.
To try to avoid being harmed or anything like that. Now, do you have that?
I do not.
So then you're going to just have to trust fate,
some fate.
Yeah, I'd be really good at this.
which makes sense that this would be something that your
Why
character
did
would be
you
really
go grab the shit then, man? You were already in there.
No, it's fine.
You did say you were busting.
No,
it.
no. That's a 5.
Boy.
Okay.
That's
You get to add something to that.
No, my luck is 0.
All right.
I had to bring it up from a -1. So
Sweet.
yeah, it's should have taken acrobatics.
All right. Well, you rush into the middle of a melee between two massive groups of people without a weapon, and
okay, you are.
This is why I've tried to grab it quick, but yeah, that's not how it always works out.
There's a lot of moves. Here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just a GM move. All right. So, Nick, you dive into the middle of this melee and you start getting like roughed up, beat up, chopped up. And as you kind of move through it, both groups think that like you're reinforcements for the other side.
Oh shit.
Because the lizards see you come from within.
See that's why I was wondering if he had told them about
the Woodland Alliance thinks that you've betrayed them.
Yes. No, and that makes perfect sense.
Both sides stab you and you take 3 injury.
Oh, mother trucker, that hurt. Do I leave? I don't even grab my shit, or do I grab my shit?
No, you didn't even grab your shit. In fact, you're actually forced back as you
back into the room.
You're kind of like forced back as you try to rush in.
Socks, you go in. You're next.
Socks size.
and it's doing everything you can to do to because you're not incompetent. Like
no.
In fact,
I got claws. I got honey badger. Don't give a fuck.
Two of them are unconscious. Like you've just punched them out and sort of grabbed one and you threw him back into like the crowd that kind of knocked them down, which is what gave you the time to sort of fall back into the door frame.
Get in there, shut the door. Socks, you got to go get our shit.
Now, I am going to roll this die to determine which side takes the upper hand.
Ooh. Oh, you didn't tell us what that thing was. Which one is what?
Oh, yeah, sorry. 1 through 3,
okay.
It is the Woodland Alliance.
Okay.
4 through 6, it's the Lizard Cult.
Got it.
So I'll roll it out here.
1 through 3.
All right. So it's pretty close, though. So the Woodland Alliance, a little bit more trained than these foxes. I did highlight how incompetent these foxes were.
They kind of, they don't seem very smart.
Do seem to be sort of gaining an advantage over the Lizard Cult. Socks, you can still hear the ferocious melee out. Artemis has identified a way out, and Artemis, the building's going to blow up any minute now, or... Okay.
Trying to get us hurry up.
All right, Vance, go with the hedgehog.
There is a sense of urgency.
All right, so he's sending you with the hedgehog.
Okay. Well,
open the door when you leave.
All right. So yeah, so we go and
you're going with him.
Yeah. So
open
I
the door as you leave because I'm going to leap through it.
Gotcha. Okay. So I open the door that I barred up when I got back in.
Yeah, you spring
and then
off
he
of it.
pulls the lever on the secret door, and we're like, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, so you two book for the secret door.
I leap forward, rolling into a ball of fur and violence as I busted into the room.
All right. You make an acrobatics check. I'm sure you actually have
I do have acrobatics.
All right.
I don't actually know anything about the move, though.
To do what?
Just attempt the roguish feat.
Is it finesse or cunning?
Yeah, finesse.
It's finesse.
Yeah.
This is the basic finesse move.
All right. Roll 3, got 5.
Yikes.
That's 2 5s on this
But-
roll, man.
It's not pressing my luck, though.
Right. It's not pressing his
That
luck.
is true.
So it's not as bad.
Okay.
So Socks, you get in there, and because you're pretty skilled at this, you get to the other side of the chamber.
Mhm.
However, and you were able to quickly gather up most everybody's stuff. However, you're now cut off.
Okay.
So that's like the effect of the 6 minds, which is to separate you.
Okay.
So you don't have an easy way. Like
Got
your initial kind of advance in kind of took them by surprise, but now you can see that the Lizard Cult members are mostly dead, and there's about half the Woodland Alliance members left. So there's probably about like 6 or 7 left. A couple are just unconscious because you knocked them out. But they have their swords drawn on you, and they're kind of circling around you as they sort of come in on you.
Where's the squirrel?
She's there.
Oh, she's facing off of me?
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't get killed. You're pretty good.
I trusted you, and you betrayed us.
I actually have no idea who these guys are.
Yeah,
I would say trick an NPC, but that is actually 100% true.
I'm just as confused as you are.
Save Versus came in and finished up our super chat goal of Nick gets a badger suit.
Let the badger live on.
Because the clearing is dark and full of badgers.
Thank you, Save Versus.
Imogen is looking at you, her small, tiny squirrel face, her eyes just rimmed with tears as she feels like she's been completely betrayed. But she says, I don't understand. She's looking around. She's looking around at like her dead, members of her Woodland Alliance. This thing, Bob came in. Like she's like, why?
Actually, I look at the dead Woodland Alliance. Are any like dead, or are they like? Is any like bleeding out?
No, a couple of them are dead, but some of them are just badly hurt. Huh?
Some of them are just knocked out. Remember, I knocked out
Well,
a
he
few
knocked
of
out a
them,
couple.
too. Okay,
There's probably a few that are on death's door. And then there's a couple that, they got shanked.
Are you going to finish them off?
Listen, I'd love to tell you how I came up with this brilliant plan of betrayal. I honestly have no idea. However, you should kill these guys quickly, and we should pick up your dead friends because this tree's about to explode, which I was also unaware of. And I'd just like to point out, if you had been better at your jobs, these people would still be alive and your tree wouldn't be exploding right now.
The best is that Socks...
candied apples that are in the other room.
Yeah, don't eat the apples.
Start to explode one at a time.
Gosh. I was going to say Socks is funny because Socks is the non-murder one.
Wait, were the people in the room now having
roll with charm as you attempt to persuade this NPC?
But apples exploding, those people would have those apples on them.
That's good, actually.
8 minus 1, 7.
All right, still a hit. They look around. They go, "Just tell us, why are you helping us?"
Yeah, I was bored. I grabbed some of the not dead Woodland Alliance.
Okay, all right, you grab some people.
Take 2.
Yeah, that's enough. I mean, they go, "What? Fine," and they grab a couple of their unconscious and injured members, and they start running away from the tree. With Socks leading the way, you guys are making your way down.
He's still on the balcony
and
with his brother.
The things
not aware of what's going on.
The first things start to go
I
off.
don't know about the explosion.
Cut back to the sounds of violence start breaking out as the lizard cult comes in, and you don't really know how it's going. Your brother turns to you, his face a mask of rage. "Lucius, what have you done?"
Just having a little fun.
"Damn you! Damn you!" And he draws steel on you. And
I don't have any fucking weapons.
Oh, we know how long it takes for his brother to betray, but not Nick. Nick's ride or die.
I was like, "Can I go and grab him?" Hey, dude, time to go.
You would kill your own brother?
"I've given everything. I thought you were dead.
Well, clearly.
And yet, here you are, and the first thing that you do is betray me. You bring
I didn't betray you. I betrayed them.
I didn't know you were alive. I
just found out you were here.
That's a good point.
When you betrayed them, you did betray me." And at that, he lunges at you with his sword. What do you do?
I attempt to get out of the way.
All right, Bob.
I don't really want to kill him, but
you have no. Well, you can't kill him. You have no weapons to kill him with, right?
Push him off the damn balcony.
Yeah.
Push him.
You don't need weapons to kill people.
Is it just like
and it really wouldn't be luscious killing. It'd be the ground when he hit it.
What are you trying to? Well, okay.
I'm trying to dodge.
Oh yeah. Well, so there is no dodge.
Okay.
You don't have a weapon.
Correct.
Right, and you're just trying to get out of the way. So you're trusting fate.
Trusting fate.
Yep.
Acrobatics.
Trusting fate is like the
default,
nature.
which is what is it? Finesse.
If he had said something like, "I'm going to leap off the platform and grab a,"
that would be more of an acrobatics.
That would be an acrobatics.
Gotcha.
But he's just trying to not get stabbed by his brother.
And that's finesse, right?
No, that trusting fate's luck.
Luck. Okay. 10.
10.
Ooh.
Now that means, remember, there's always a cost to luck. So,
but there's an opportunity.
But it does give you a fleeting opportunity. So your brother stabs at you and you quickly jump out of the way because, you're just very skilled and trained. And then your brother overextends and going to give you a fleeting opportunity. And he stumbles towards the edge of the platform.
Push him over.
And rule the cult and the Woodland Alliance.
I grab him by his tie, and he's hanging off the edge.
All right, so you're going to grab him or push him?
His tie, I'm holding.
Tie or tail?
Remember, sanity is like gravity. All it needs is a little push.
He's got a little tie on.
Why does he have a tie?
Does he have a tie?
He's a well-dressed fox.
No, he's a member of the Woodland Alliance.
What does he got on his neck? I
You
grab
pulled
whatever
his tail.
Okay, I hold his tail.
All right.
I want to look him in the face.
What clothing does he have? An article of anatomy.
He also has a shirt.
I grab
and
his
armor.
shirt. I grab his shirt.
What would you grab on a normal human being?
That's a tie.
That was a really nice silk tie you got on, sir.
I hate you so
What
much.
is this,
They weren't
Mr.
wearing a tie.
Fox?
They're just dead.
I hate you so much, Bob.
This is not Mr. Fox, man. George Clooney is not your brother.
I grab on
Okay.
his shirt.
Yeah, so he stumbled over the edge, and then you grab him.
Yes.
And he looks at you with just fear and rage in his eyes. And what do you do?
I say, I'm sorry.
Oh, no! Camden doesn't even scream. All that stays with you is he just keeps his eyes locked into you as he falls into the gloom and darkness. Remember, after maybe 10 or 20 feet, it's pitch black on the forest floor.
Artemis and I walk out of the hidden doorway, and then right there. Oh my God, Lucius! Oh wait, no, that's not Lucius.
Remember, this was happening before everything went to shit because like this was happening outside.
Yeah.
So when they get there, they'll see the dead brother, but not yet. So you guys are racing down the tree, and you go out the front with the surviving members of the Woodland Alliance. You guys are in the tree, and then it explodes, and the entire base.
Oh, I assume I'm going flying.
Erupts outward. Now, you made good clearance. Your guys are still in the tree.
Ooh. Was this a timed device or a trigger device? Because I got to talk about
timed. He said timed. He said timed.
All right.
He doesn't have a radio kit receiver.
He's an alchemist, basically.
You guys, no, there's no need to trust fate, but you guys are going to have to mark one exhaustion as you guys get like battered and shooken up by the explosion around you. Bob,
I'm on basically right outside the door.
You're standing there, kind of. Well, Bob, you tell me. You've just pushed your brother off. We know.
I didn't push him off.
Okay,
I just didn't save him. I just let him go.
You let him go.
Don't even question me about murder.
Right there.
Now that's a shirt. Don't even question me about murder.
Don't question me about murder.
This definitely has gone to a totally different realm.
So, but we know, Bob, that the building's about to explode.
Yes, I don't know that.
Right, you don't.
Yeah.
But we know. What does Lucius do for those maybe 5 or 10 seconds where you can hear there's still fighting going on inside, and this is probably Socks getting people out, and you've just pushed your brother off. You've just let him go. You just did not save your brother.
Yes.
So what goes through your mind? What are you thinking about?
My next thought is to go get my weapons and finish the job.
So you walk back.
I walk back towards.
Got it.
What's going to be exploding?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so as you're walking back, suddenly
Mufasa. That's what I did. Long live the king.
Did he Mufasa?
He totally Mufasa.
He totally got Mufasa.
For sure.
He's got Mufasa big time. And as you're walking back, the entire tree, the entire base goes up in a massive pyrotechnic explosion.
I assume Socks is walking away, not even looking back.
Of course, yeah. So I'm carrying my dead allies.
Yes. Socks looks like he's come out of a John Woo film.
Yeah.
He's got 2 Woodland Alliance members on one shoulder. He's got the party's gear on another shoulder. Yep. You, on the other hand, what do you do when the building explodes?
He goes boom too.
I assume I don't know what kind of cat-like, fox-like reflexes I have, but I assume that I am going to be jumping off the edge as this thing's shooting me off the edge.
Hell yeah. So you're going to just leap?
I have to.
All right.
And
then I'm getting blown up.
Another tree or something, like a tree branch hanging down.
Do you have acrobatics?
No.
Then you are definitely trusting fate.
Yeah, I'm trusting
It was
fate.
nice knowing
so you
Lucius.
leap out. Now I'm going to say this explosion, okay, Bob, this explosion is 5 injury, which pretty much what I think would kill you.
I have 4 injury.
Yeah, that would kill you.
I have 0-4.
Yeah. So that would pretty much kill you.
Yes.
So you do need to do
so
something.
That's 6 or under is death?
Yeah.
Robert, I was like, well, at least I don't have to wear the fucking fox
I
costume.
literally have nothing, no moves that I pickpocket. I'm not like a guy that does this,
Let me pickpocket a health potion.
I'm just going to have to hope.
Oh, well, you're dead unless,
Unless I roll out. Yeah. Or I fall onto Nick's arm somehow.
That is not outside. That's not outside of the bear of reason.
All right.
7. Plus 0.
Plus 0. Yeah, plus
At
0.
least it wasn't a -1.
I know.
All right.
So
I have to assume I'm on death's door.
Yeah. You leap out as the building explodes behind you, and you are just falling. And there's maybe a sense of poetic justice.
I land on my brother.
Different sides of the platform. Different sides of the platform.
Fine.
So there's a sense of poetic justice about this as your character goes, sailing through the air, but luck is with you. And there's a couple tree branches that you're able to kind of like apron, like awnings in an old timey movie that you're able to kind of spin around a little bit, keep your momentum kind of from completely falling as the tree branches snap, 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 kind of catch you a few times. However, you get really messed up on the fall down and you take 3 injury.
Yep.
And then you land in a heap on the forest floor.
And I turn around, I look up at the explosion, and I just smile.
As
sort of laugh.
As debris continues to sort of rain down, people are screaming all over town because obviously a fire is like this community's absolute worst possible nightmare.
Of course it is.
And you guys get to the bottom.
Some people just like to watch the world burn.
You guys get to the bottom. You come out. You see that there's like flaming debris sailing down from you, ash, little bits of flaming bark. And then you see a body of a fox.
Which we assume is Lucius.
On the ground.
All right, so we go to investigate and kind of look at it, but we kind of know that...
that wasn't the yellow suit.
Well, I was going to say, we noticed he doesn't have the yellow garbs and the medallions.
When you first see the body, Vance.
Oh, yeah, we immediately think it was him, yeah.
What goes through your mind, though?
No!
All right, so you're rushing to him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would go right to him with that.
I walk up next to him. What are you screaming about?
Yeah, they think you're dead, and they're like standing, and then like you come up between them.
It's kind of like bleeding. Like, hey guys,
I'm standing.
What's with the tears?
Myself how all these alliances think that Socks is a ruthless killer and Lush is a ruthless killer.
Yeah, how many people?
And I've got the body count.
Oh, you do
I think
indeed.
I've killed one person this campaign. They're not even a person; they were a child.
half person.
Wait, excuse me. How many people have you murdered?
I don't think I murdered
You
anyone.
slit that guy's throat.
Oh, I killed that guy.
He killed the guy.
Yeah. Brick, you killed the guy.
You killed a guy.
Weren't you gonna try it?
I did. It was great. Yeah, you might need to lay low for a little
You
while.
might need to lay low.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. It just happened. It's a great scene. Anyways,
Also very applicative. You probably need to lay low for a while.
so you hear like him screaming, and then you realize that it is actually his brother. It's
Camden.
Camden, sorry, Senwin, not Camden. Yeah.
Oh, Lucius, I was afraid that was you. You're good. Are you all right? You look pretty badly injured. What the hell? Where were you?
I don't know. I was just trying to have a little fun.
The
And
lizard made me do it.
Now
The worm.
Now, Lucius, now you're here on the floor, and you see your brother's broken body.
I go over and
He
close his
loses him.
eyelids, and
Do you try to bury him?
yeah, I give him. I'll try to do a proper burial if that's even possible with the firestorm happening. Fire kind of freaks
Well,
me
the
out.
good news is the fire is only going to kill all the people up in the trees, which is everyone.
Maybe I should put him into the fire like I thought he had died the whole time.
Oh, do like a cremation type of thing?
Hide the
like
evidence.
like a Viking funeral.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
go put him at the base of the tree.
Okay.
Close his eyes. Ooh, I take 2 coin, put them on each of his eyelids.
All right, subtract 1 depletion
1 depletion.
or 1 value, whatever.
I'll do 1 value.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same basic difference.
Mhm.
Oh,
there's my values.
all right, you leave 2 coins for the
For the fairy.
for the for the vet.
Yeah, for the
And
For
you
the otter in the
carry
sky.
and you lay your brother's body as
I can do this by myself.
as the flames begin to spread and begin to take his body. Meanwhile, up in the trees.
Oh, the front door's on the canopy, isn't it?
What's that?
Front door is in the canopy, like up in the trees.
Oh, of course, yeah.
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 Socks walks outside. God damn it.
All right, Socks. You're with the remaining members of the Woodland Alliance member. You have all of the gear and several unconscious people, and
And
the town's on fire.
Civilians.
Yeah.
But you are a raccoon, so can you climb trees okay?
Yeah,
So
no,
can you
I'm
go
fine. I'm fine. Socks just sighs, like he's just like really tired.
All right. You, get the men or the women and children, get them over to the ladders, get them down. You, start using the buckets of water on the trees. Focus on the path first because they're on fire. Don't worry about the buildings, they're gone. You.
Socks begins yelling out orders, Captain America style.
Yep, absolutely. And you know what's great? Normally,
Can I start yelling out orders that seem to contradict what his orders are?
You're like down below.
you're
never mind.
definitely,
Sorry,
you were
dang it.
definitely down below.
Never mind. Disregard.
Jump into the flames.
Kill yourselves quickly.
Pull out
Leap
my
up.
fiddle and I watch it burn.
So normally you would require this is normally you need a really high reputation, but because you have like temporary really good reputation with them,
Right.
I'm going to let you command resources.
Excellent. I do that.
So
So this is my goal. I'm not trying to save the town. I'm trying to get all the people out of it.
got it. So roll with +3 temporary Woodland Alliance.
All right. Snake eyes.
So still a 5. That's how many 5s?
That's 5.
No. So on a miss, they don't have what you need, but they can tell you a way to get it at a steep cost or serious difficulty.
All right, hurry up because we don't got time.
They say they're, everyone's like, okay, we'll get everyone out. But they're like, the main bridge is been broken in half. The other people are trapped. There's no way to get them out.
Do we got another rope ladder?
No, but there's some old construction that we used to have. There's a bunch of ropes and stuff that go across to it, but it's not a bridge. It's just like, people use it to like sling buckets across, zip line it.
Use an arrow.
All right, I need someone with strong arms. Come with me. I go and I grab the giant rope or whatever.
Okay.
And I'm going to set up a swing over this bridge, and then I will take it over to the other side.
Yep.
And then, based on weight, if I can fit 2 on a rope, great. Otherwise, I won't risk it. I'll only fit the 1. I'm going to swing him over to the other side to the guy with strong arms.
All right. So you basically start swinging back and forth over the massive ravine while the flames begin to spread and consume.
Yep.
Indiana Jones.
And
so heroic.
You're grabbing some people and then swinging them back.
I'm staying calm. Like, don't worry, it's fine. It's just a fire. This happens all the time. At least it's not grain.
And of course, obviously, you're a trained vagabond with acrobatics. So the first couple of times, it's not a big deal.
Sure.
In fact, no check is required. But as you swing over for the last group, you see anybody, you don't really see anybody immediately. And then you hear this cry of a young child coming from maybe like inside of a nearby building.
God damn it.
You shoot that one with an arrow?
I was going to say that.
How oppressed is this child?
Totally free. And dying, but totally free.
I run over there.
That fire seems pretty oppressive.
I run over there.
Yep. So you're running into the fire.
Yep.
All right. So what are you doing to not get burned to death?
I will go into a roll.
All right.
Stop, drop,
So
roll.
yeah. So you get low. You scramble in. Go ahead and roll acrobatics with a attempt to roguish feat.
This is finesse 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 5.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right. He's
Again,
trying.
I'm not trusting luck.
I know he's not trusting luck. So you get in. However, the flames have begun to spread intensely, and you get to the child moments before she would have been consumed by the flames. Nonetheless, you take 2 injury from the fire.
That's fine.
And you get out just in time as the building collapses. And as you look around, the entire platform is on fire, including the rope, which is caught on fire about halfway and is starting to burn.
All right. Socks runs, child in hand.
Yep.
Leaps on the rope, swings as the rope breaks, because of course it will. Socks goes and extends his claws to try to grab on the other side.
Acrobatics, one more time.
You better roll
Attempt to roguish
man.
feat. Come on. Hey!
That is a 10, 12.
12. All right. If you had mastery, you would have gotten mastery.
Maybe
for
I'll
this.
get after this.
You completely do it and look like an absolute badass with a 10+. Like, it's just like you described it.
It's just like you described it.
In fact, those who were cleverly watching realize he totally had enough distance to make it, but for dramatic purposes, caught to the end and held on. And he's like, take her, as like they, take her out. Now,
I do a couple like one. He's got might.
And you scramble up as a strong rabbit, grabs up the little girl, and everyone starts making for the far side of town as the not all of it, but basically like 2/3 of the town basically get consumed in flames.
Jeez, how many civilians did we lose?
Not that many.
I
0 casualties.
I look around and I want to know. Well, we killed the leader. Where's our robes?
We gotta go meet the cat first. We gotta probably to Patchwood for that.
That's true. We didn't kill him.
It was my
forgot about that.
Mission
goal.
failed successfully.
This is what we
Ultimate
call
goal.
a successful failure.
Mission failed.
Also, there's no town for the cast to occupy, so we could just cross that off the map.
I'm starting to see a theme where fire is our
Save verse says this is what happens when you get rid of alignment. I'm just saying.
Chaos.
Okay. Underleaf
is gone.
people survive, but the Woodland Alliance is, for all intents and purposes, removed. And with Camden dead, basically there's no hope of them, they're going to just break apart. I mean, it was his leadership that was sort of leading to them. Meanwhile, the flames spread through the town. The people who are super pumped about your cult all got killed in their fight versus the Woodland Alliance, and he told them to kill their throat and not leave. No, he didn't save their bodies, so they got blown up.
Dang it.
In the thing.
So no one even knows I did it.
Yeah.
Worthless. But at least I got this sweet, sweet chain.
Yeah.
You got that.
Unless there's something
chain,
specific
man.
that you want to do, Socks, you can rejoin with your band of vagabonds.
Well,
down
these
on the
people
first floor.
are fucked right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Socks isn't going to abandon them.
You're a vagabond, though. What's the plan?
Are you gonna defect and join the denizens?
I don't even know where these fuckers are anyway.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's what I'm saying. You're obviously a vagabond. You know.
I'm gonna focus on immediate things.
Right. Now, here's the thing. You got the people out.
Yeah.
You got them to safety.
Yeah.
You saved the people. You saved the girl very particularly heroically. The people are able to, organize a little bit and save maybe, like I said, about a third of the town. But 2/3 of the town burn
from
the explosion.
Okay, so they have shelter still.
But it's like it's refugee status.
Near the water probably.
Yeah. But people are very clearly looking to you as a leader.
All right. Well, short term, I will help them with medical triage because I do have knowledge of healing.
So you're going to stay here?
Yeah, for a minute. Yeah.
Define a minute. Like, are we talking like literally an hour, or are we talking like days or weeks?
Are we going to train them to take the birds out at Fire Hollow?
Like
at least a night.
Are the vagabonds
I don't even know where
splitting up?
Everyone is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do then?
I'll say we got to look for Socks. Socks is.
I have to at least rest for the night.
Right.
That's it. Then I'm going to Patchwood to get my cloak, or I'm at least attempt to get my cloak.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to go back to find Socks. He's got all our gear, so we got to.
Not mine. I got mine.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I went and got mine. Then I
did
blew
grab
up the
all my
tree.
gear or all the gear.
Oh yeah.
You didn't grab mine though.
Yeah, no,
he
grabbed it before you could get in there. He grabbed everything.
I guess I don't know if he has
it's up
my
to
gear
Derek.
or not. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Derek said you have all the gear.
Okay, so maybe he has my gear then.
You got your stuff taken off of you.
Yeah, but
I know. But
I
was
went back in.
I went back in to get mine. He had took it already.
Yes.
Oh yeah. He was already at the door.
Okay, so then I do want to get my gear.
Yeah, so we got to reconvene with Socks. So we go to the next, we follow the sea of people to the refugee camps and see the medic clinic that Socks has set up.
In fact, actually, and rather people are really actually the reason they live up in the tree is because the Great River flows through this area, and then this particular section is prone to flooding.
Yeah.
And so there's no risk of flood right now, but that's why they don't live down on the forest floor. So, but they basically set up a bunch of tents and temporary shelters down on the forest floor, and everyone's just completely weirded out. So there's no real structures. Anything that was still remaining in Underleaf up in the thing is being used to sort of try to house the very injured who can't be moved. And of course, there's still fires going that they're trying to put out in battle. So.
I'll say because he's hurt, I'm going to try to take Lucius to the medic clinic basically to try and help him to get healed. And then same thing with myself because I do have some injury. So we're basically going
flat
to
out tell you, no, you're a vagabond. This is for people of Underleaf.
Okay.
And they turn you away.
Oh shit.
Well, we know Socks. We know your new temporary leader.
No one can hear you.
Can we burn the tents down?
Oh my god.
I don't know if I really want to burn the tents. Can we just set up outside?
You can do whatever you want.
You don't want to. That doesn't mean I don't want to.
I just want to heal up.
I was like, I need to heal as well.
You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want.
I mean, I got my healer's kit, so I guess we could just station up outside. I guess he has it.
You have so many healer's kits.
So much.
Well, we got to get to Socks somehow.
I was gonna say we got to find Socks.
Okay,
well,
we
just
sneak
keep
in.
asking around. Have you?
I try to sneak in. I don't have sneak, but I want to sneak in.
To do what?
To go find Socks. Got all our stuff.
We're just trying to.
They won't let us in, but he's in there.
That's true. No, he's like the de facto leader.
I know.
That's what I mean.
He's like the new mayor of Underleaf.
I'm gonna try to sneak in.
We see the throne that they built for him in the corner. We're like, Socks got to be there.
There's no throne. These are people who are in trouble, and Socks proved himself to be very capable, and took care of them.
I just want to go find Socks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then yes, you can sneak in.
Okay. Then that's what we try to do.
All right. Well, roll sneak.
All right. I'm guessing this is test my luck. Trust fate.
Do you have the sneak?
Nope.
Then
I'm
it is
not taking it.
It's trusting fate.
Trusting fate. 9.
All right. So you get in, but there is a complication. GM Scott and Jaroma, both with tips and super chats. Jaroma says, "What's the donation go for a flash flood?" And Katie's here.
Your wife.
Katie Struna. Looking good, Nick.
I didn't know she followed us. Holy shit. Yeah, I know. Like, holy shit.
What do you mean, Katie?
Hi, hon. How are you?
Katie who?
That's why I was like, Katie's
That's not the
here.
name
I'm
of
like,
my girlfriend.
No, I was like, I was taken aback. Like somebody here? And I was like,
he puts his ring back on. Whoops,
it's on. Don't worry.
And then GM Scott with a $25 tip says, "Love the setup today. Can't watch because I'm on my phone. I'll catch the VOD." Well, you're in for a treat.
It's a good one today.
Oh, yeah, this is
I don't even know how to describe this episode.
I don't even know why I try to go with I went for a green and dappled yellow for Underleaf.
Yeah,
I should just leave it on red.
Yeah, we
at
need more
all
fire.
time. We should just assume it's going to
see
be a
a
ring of
button.
fire.
And now it's red.
And it's red.
Everything is on
Explosion alert. Everything is on fire. All right, so you try to sneak in.
Yep.
However, it takes you longer than you'd like.
Yes.
Mark an exhaustion.
Okay.
And you're pretty exhausted and beat up from basically having a really rough day.
Do I get any more exhaustion just from dropping, or is that just injury? Do I take more exhaustion for having a rough day?
No, that's
Okay.
why you're just
That's why
taking
I was-
exhaustion.
okay.
But eventually, after enough times, these people are pretty hurt and injured. Like
They
you
can't keep
you
up.
just sneak in and so you get into the encampment and you see that Socks is there, like kind of
What's up,
telling
buddy?
people what to do, and he's like in the middle, and you walk up to him.
You got the bag?
The what? Where have you been? What happened?
Oh, you wouldn't believe.
Why are you wearing that?
Oh, this is another story for a different day.
Did
Right
you
now-
lead the call against the Woodland Alliance and almost get everyone killed?
When you say lead, what if it's just guided them?
You look a little beat up.
Strong. I'm
Why
extremely
don't,
beat up.
why don't you lay down on the cot there?
You're very kind.
Yeah. I'll see you here in a second. Let me finish this guy up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and close your eyes. Get some sleep.
All right, so Bob,
Slit his throat.
do you?
Yes.
Okay. I can't do it if I'm sleeping.
Oh my god.
All right, I am gonna let Bob trust fate
Yeah.
just to see if
Bye, Bob.
by chance of thing, it's the classic movie thing. He wakes up just as you
Sure.
come.
Yeah, he's a
I was
PC.
saying,
He's
not-
entitled to
He's a
something.
PC. He's entitled to something.
I was like, if not, can
If it
I?
was an NPC,
Sure.
dead.
Done.
Bob on a 6- here. Fate has failed you.
Could I trust fate to try to intervene on that too as a protector if I see him from this? You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So
Did you sneak in?
Or is he be like? Is there aid and stuff like that? Is there aid like +1? He could like.
He can
I could
aid you for
aid,
exhaustion.
yeah.
So I will if you
You
can
are my
figure out a way
protector.
in. Now the game does allow us a limited amount of flashbacks.
Sure.
Okay.
And so you'll have to mark an exhaustion to sort of basically say that you're already doing this.
Okay.
And again, it could be that you sneak in. It could be
I'd
that you
have
just
to try to
it
sneak
could be
in
that
as
you
well,
just
yeah. Just walked in.
break.
I just
you wreck your way in.
yeah, I just walked in like I own the joint because of the among the chaos. They just don't even pay attention to me. They're trying to
Got
heal
it.
everybody else.
So
and
mark an
everything.
exhaustion for the flashback,
Okay.
and then go ahead and roll. Now you don't have. So if you, for example, if you had yeah, here you go.
Crash and smash.
Crash and smash. You have this move.
Yes.
When you smash your way through scenery to reach someone or something,
Oh, that's perfect.
this sounds quite applicable here.
roll with might. So
I will do that.
Yeah, so +3 here.
So did you mark exhaustion?
I did.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
This is for the flashback. So roll with might.
That's 11.
Plus your might, yeah.
Okay. On a hit, you reach your target. On a 10+, you choose one of these. You hurt yourself, mark injury. You break an important part of the surroundings, or you damage or leave behind a piece of gear.
Well, I don't have my gear on me, so I can't
Okay.
choose that
Yep.
one. I'm gonna have to choose I break an important part of my surroundings, probably like knocking over one of the tents.
Yes, yes.
Maybe. Kind of.
Yep. You as you kind of you're like, get out of my way, and you break through and you crush through as you hear the primary medicine field hospital tent gets knocked over, smashing a whole set of poultices and herbs and bandages that they were getting ready to put onto the burn victims. You crash it over as you arrive in time to see him laying on the
almost
cot
getting stabbed almost getting his
Socks
throat
looks at
slit.
him.
Yeah.
and trust fate.
Okay.
No, hold tight, Bob. Hold tight, Bob. Roll it in the middle. Oh yeah, you can put the thing. There we go. 6, which is
Plus-
a failure.
But +1 because
but
I'm aiding him,
You
right?
can mark exhaustion,
I will do that to aid you. I'm fully exhausted now, though.
Just a nick.
and so you see,
What are you
Sasha,
doing?
and he screams like, "What are you doing?"
All right, so I'm Socks. I could easily slit his throat. I stopped because of Vance.
Got it.
That's the
okay.
aid.
That's the aid.
Right.
Got
Okay.
it. Got
But
it.
my knife is like right on his throat. Like
Got
you
it.
move an inch, he's dead.
And Lucius, your eyes snap open, knife at throat.
That doesn't look like healing.
It's like a Mexican standoff. Socks has a dagger at him. You are
knocking shit over.
We've established you're barreling your way in, and God knows what Artemis is up to.
Probably planting.
Well, he already said
somewhere.
and that is where we will leave it tonight. That is where we'll leave it tonight. That'll be the cliffhanger, and we'll start next time with this explosive, dramatic scene.
Yeah, Ryan's like, I wasn't expecting PvP tonight.
Well, that's kind of how this night has evolved. I mean,
all right. So
that was quite the session.
That was quite a dramatic turn of events.
I like how you would slit my throat. He's the one blowing up buildings and killing people. All I was trying to do was kill the Woodland Alliance, which you don't even care about.
Yeah, but you've been fucking with me since before the campaign, so.
All right. So we are thankful to everybody who joined us, of course, but don't go yet. We're going to do our post-session moves.
Yep.
Root does have, that's your book, Nick. Root has some post-session moves that we do.
What's your natures?
Killing friends.
I'm a loner. I'm also a cynic, but I am a loner. I can be a cynic.
So a couple things. First things first, when the session ends, one at a time, and we'll start with Artemis and we'll go around. Each player reads their drives out loud, and then we discuss if they filled that drive during the session. If they do, mark in advance. All right, Artemis, what are your 2 drives?
That would be greed and ambition.
Okay. I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
well, do we get any adjustments to our reputations?
That's true.
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm pretty sure he did. Artemis blew up the
well,
tree.
Here's the okay. Let me think about this really quick. So, members of the Woodland Alliance did live because you saved them,
right?
So they know, but you saved them. So I'm going to say, Aaron, that you get. I'm looking here.
I'll say, remember, he saved that kid in a very heroic way.
But that was the denizens. That's different.
Oh,
that's
not the
true.
Woodland Alliance. That's true.
Aaron, I'm going to say that you get 3 prestige with the Woodland Alliance.
Hey, I'm actually at +1 now.
Okay. Vance.
Yes.
You were part of the group that kind of seemed to fuck them over. So I'm going to say that you mark 2 notoriety with the Woodland Alliance.
Okay.
So that's 2 of the negative boxes.
I wouldn't stress it because these guys basically aren't in the campaign at this point.
You wouldn't. Lucius.
Gain
mark 9 notoriety with the Woodland Alliance.
Wow.
Well, do they know that though?
Huh?
Do they know that he led them there?
I mean,
well, yeah, but they also know that their leader is dead, and the last time they saw him was with him.
Okay, no, that's fair. No, that's fair.
And Artemis, you get 6 notoriety with the Woodland Alliance. So Bob can help you figure out how to fill that in.
You know how it goes? It goes up and then back down.
Then.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Artemis, mark 6 notoriety with the denizens.
Because you blew everything up.
Mark 3 reputation, prestige with the denizens. Actually, you saved the little girl, make it 4.
Hey, I'm at +1 there too.
You guys are neutral on the denizens. You didn't really no, you smashed the tent full of medicine.
I was gonna say I kind of got notoriety with that. Unfortunately,
mark 2 notoriety with the denizens.
Okay.
Nothing happened to the otters. Now lizards is interesting. Because this would only be a Bob.
But I already marked the 2, and then they don't know
But they don't know that you killed all their people yet. So we'll leave that one pending.
Yeah. I just have the 2 boxes.
So I think that's where we're at for that.
Yeah. Okay.
So no ambition, no greed for you, Artemis. Lucius, what are your drives?
I have chaos and thrills.
There was no chaos or thrills at all. This whole adventure was very mundane.
So obviously
boring.
we can all agree that chaos
happened.
So what does thrills say?
Advance when you escape from certain death or
literally happened.
Okay,
yes.
That literally happened.
So
it was literally actually exactly that. Like most of the time when people read that, they go, "Oh yeah, I was in trouble."
No, it was
actually certain death.
Yeah,
and
you would have
died. So Bob,
I almost died twice in this session.
Lucius,
one by you, one's by jumping off the thing.
Ronnie Rittner's here.
Ronson.
He wants to know why I'm not dressed up. Well, that's a great question, Ron.
He will be.
It's because you'll see that step by step, we are getting more and more cast members into costume. In fact, thanks to the support of the chat tonight, next session here, Mr. Nick will be in his own badger costume. And then we got a dirt who's going to have to be in a hedgehog costume, and then, and only then, will the final ultimate boss be unlocked, which will be to put Derek into fucking costume.
Next week,
but we didn't get the
Bob
tip.
and I get a break.
Yeah, we didn't get the secondary tip goal.
That's true. So there will be a tip, but the good news is the next time that tip goal will be
for everybody
to be back into it. So there you go. So yes, Archon, we will all be dressed up for long as you all keep supporting us. And again, we just do this to have fun and to give you guys something fun to, mess with us and make the game your own.
All tips go immediately to costumes.
Nick, the only one
basically, we're spending all these
next
tips on costumes.
Yes,
Nick,
I'm the only one who has to wear up next week. Unless by the end of this stream, we can get that tip go all the way to the...
You have until Derek turns it off.
Yes, so Bob, Lucius the Fox gets double advances. All right, Nick, what are your drives?
Protection. I'd say I
you saved his life.
Yeah,
otherwise he would be dead.
Yes,
he saved his life.
And then I did change loyalty to greed. The loyalty might have taken in play if you said, "Hey, just go along with it," but I kind of changed it to greed.
Definitely did not do
get
it.
that.
So single advance for our arbiter.
Correct.
All right, Socks.
Discovery and freedom.
Discovery and freedom. I don't think any to this.
I don't know. He discovered a lot of fire.
Katie apparently just sent you some Badger outfits to look at. Look,
Excellent.
The wives have been coming out in support of the furry costumes.
Because these costumes have dual uses.
Please stop. All right. So that is our advances. Not a lot of advances this week, except for Lucius,
right?
Who
Which
really,
is totally fair.
Who was totally fair. He totally played into that.
Yeah, I think he kind of like set this whole thing up from the get go.
Next, and again, these might be things that take a little bit longer, but if there's something that maybe immediately pops out, and again, some of these are listed in the book. I actually have a cheat sheet that I'm going to give you guys, but at the one at a time, each player may choose one element of their playbook to update or change. They don't have to choose anything if they don't want to. Now, this is free. This is an advancement. You can replace a drive with a new drive. You can replace your nature with a new nature, or you can replace a connection, either the type or subject of that connection, or both, with a new connection from any playbook.
I might have to reestablish my connection with you, Mr. Smith, after you tried to kill the one I'm trying to protect.
Your connection might be the only thing that saves his life.
That is very true. Yeah, absolutely.
He is not out of danger. Narratively,
that is true.
I have the leverage.
Yeah.
The only reason I've killed him yet is because of our mutual connection and respect.
No, fair enough.
You have a chance to appeal.
It's also impossible that you might be a little intimidated by him. I mean, he is the big arbiter.
He's a big guy.
All right.
Big badger.
Are there any drives or connections?
But I do respect him. We're partners.
Are there any drives or connections?
Is there a pyromancer drive?
Basically, what I want to do, Derek, is to have the conversation you had in character.
Got it.
Like, when will enough be enough?
Oh,
right.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
You can go up in one of your plus one to one of your stats as one of your upgrades.
Oh, yes. Sure. When you advance, you can take a stat, but it can't go higher than +2.
Okay, so I'll go to +2 in luck.
I was going to say, I would assume you're going to luck because it's been
from 0 to 2.
You made a lot of trust your luck checks.
Can you double advance like that? There's no problem with that.
Yep, you can double advance like that. That's
Very
no
nice.
problem. Let me take a look here. Hold on a sec. All right. The drives that are available in the game are as follows. There are, come on, page 2. There we go. There is ambition, anti-militarist, atonement, chaos, clean pause, crime, development, devotion, discord, discovery, spirit to corpse, folk hero, freedom, glory, greed, infamy, justice, loyalty, mysteries, partisan, principles, protection, revenge, thrills, traveler, wanderlust, and wanted. So those are the drives in the game.
You could be wanted. That kind of fits the scheme of Artemis right now.
He's literally wanted.
That's what I mean. It's like everywhere you go, you tend to just, leave a trail of mass destruction behind. The only place that has even Patchwood didn't survive our visit. Milltown is the only one that wasn't completely destroyed.
Wanted. You have a bounty on your head. Name your crime. Zzz. Advance whenever you defeat or evade capture by a serious threat trying to capture you in on your bounty. So if you pick this, Jert, it would change. I would rule that
someone has to hunt you.
There are several people who have issued bounties on you.
Derek, I'm replaced Discovery.
What is Thrills?
Thrills, I think, is from the main book. Does anybody have
Bob
Thrills on
has
their
that
sheet?
on his sheet because that's what he just advanced with.
Yep.
So what
is right here, page 174? You escape certain death or incarceration.
Well, you have,
So to get Thrills, you basically have to be in a place where you're either imprisoned or about to be killed and get out in a thrilling way.
So you have done that twice, I would say. One when you blew up the roost, right? Because you were part of that.
I don't know if that was really
not really.
That's more chaos.
That's more chaos.
That's more chaos. Yeah. But because he survived both of those.
Yeah, but was he on death's door? Was he about to die, or was he about to be incarcerated?
Well, definitely not the incarceration. Yeah. I was thinking more of he blew something up and he was in the premise of it. Yeah, it was more self-harm that he survived at this point.
Now, Aaron, you said you're changing yours.
Yeah, I swapped out Discovery for Folk Hero.
For Folk Hero,
I really think Folk Hero sounds
really good. Advance when
you
perform a significant act of service or heroism on behalf of the denizens. Nice.
That sounds about right.
But also too, that's. I mean, it's not just about it's not just about metagaming it. It's also mechanics reflecting the narrative. Well, that's something we always talk about with PbtA, which is the idea of your character's awakening this idea. You're like fuck the factions, but the denizens are the people that you actually care about, and people kind of turn to you, and maybe that changes something for Socks. And so now that's a drive of yours, which is to what, these people do need my help. They can't do it on their own or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Anything from you?
I just went up to luck.
No, I know, but are you changing anything?
Not this time, but okay. The only thing I could see maybe changing is depending. Well, the problem is I'd have to do it before the session and starts. I actually think the conversation we might have next session.
We can pend it.
Might change something there because that could be an interesting conversation.
We can pend
it. I like that. Right now,
mine might change because of that too. It might go towards justice or something like that.
I kind of want to have this conversation with Socks first to see how it develops.
I would agree with that. I think I'm kind of on the same boat as you are.
I mean, part of what you want to do is not just think about how am I been playing the character that should
but
reflect
the situation,
but
that
also
we're in.
How is you by choosing a drive, you're basically kind of showing this is what my character cares about now, and this is what I want to do, and realize that it's possible that certain drives, we're getting to that point now, they are starting to run counter purpose to one another. Root is not a game that does not have PvP rules,
and there's an ending,
and right, exactly,
right? And not all the characters make it. Some characters join factions, right?
Right,
and we're guys. I mean, we're at the halfway point of this campaign now.
Just about. If we do 6 to 8,
6 was sort of our target. Yeah. We said if there's a compelling reason, a lot of money coming in from donations and tips, people want to see more. If there's a great story beat, but if we're not gonna mainstream TV it where we make the show go on for 2 or 3 more episodes just so we can get more tips. No, if there's a good ending, we're gonna end it.
Yep.
If Artemis blows us all up,
Artemis might be blowing us all up because we don't know where he's at, which means there's a bomb in this town.
That sounds about right.
So to answer Donnie's question, my 6 sessions was the minimum. I was like, look, I'm gonna make sure that the story goes at least that long, but I don't want to go more than 8 or 9. So if we're at a great point.
Doesn't the game only let you go to 10 technically?
12?
12.
12.
Yeah. So that's all on the sheet.
Yeah, it's even on the sheet. It only goes up to session 12. So my thing is once we get to session 6, we're going to be looking for that sort of really cool moment.
That's when we roll the die to see if the game of Oath is over.
That's right. That's a different game from Magpie, from Letter Games. Yeah, we're rolling to see if the game is over, and the Chancellor has won. But I mean, obviously what we're going to be looking to do with your help is sort of show hey, how is this campaign sort of merging? What's the storylines that are emerging? And at this point, the first couple of episodes are really just about sort of building out these arcs. And now we've started to see them.
Yep.
And we're starting to see where they go. And so now it's a question of we're going to try to not introduce as many new arcs or developments and more see where these kind of things lead to. And then get an answer to what has happened. And at the end of the campaign, we can look back and say, this is how this character changed or grew. This is how this character didn't change or didn't grow, right? What
still a pyro.
How did this?
I got rid of greed. Went with wanted.
Okay,
nice,
fantastic.
That sounds like there's going to be some.
Well, the birds are probably here soon.
Yeah,
we kind of have a tell.
Oh, never mind. We're all in costume.
Oh, we're all in costume next week. Except for
Dark Council. No! I thought they were disbanded.
Can't wash the costume till it's done.
I can't wash them till it's done.
This is so grody. There's so much liquid in here.
Smith has been sitting up there.
He has not washed it.
Smith's glasses are literally fogging up from how sweaty he is inside.
I don't even want to pick my hair out. I'm sure it's mad against my head.
It looks like you just got out of the shower.
I'm actually decently comfortable right now.
Because you wore nothing underneath.
Well, I figured out how to tuck this thing up in here. Now
okay, when you do that, you look like Charmander.
By the way, I love you guys, but don't do that when I'm in the costume.
Do it.
Well, we're doing double.
Thank you very much, Dark Council.
I think when we get to that point, when if we get to the point where you have to decide your costume, the hype boss gets to pick what costume you get to do.
That'll be good. Yeah.
I think the hype boss will get to make the choice of what costume.
Speaking of hype
be.
boss, I think someone gets to decide what happens next.
Well, that would technically be the Dark Council, but
they'll contact.
They're anonymous.
They'll be in touch.
They'll be in touch.
You don't talk to them; they'll find you.
Well,
their people will talk to your people.
So the good news is actually there won't be a faction turn between this episode and the next episode because we're going straight into what's happening next week.
Yeah.
It's a cliffhanger. Like last time, it was like you guys had the travel between the clearings, which can take a week or two. So that kind of
we got to just pick up.
This is like us going to be picking up. This was literally like a 2-parter episode.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so next week we're going to pick up. It's going to basically be that night with Socks, dagger or sword drawn at Lucius's throat, Vance breaking his way into the clearing, seeing it, yelling stop, and then him hesitating for just one moment because Vance is there, and then we'll pick up with that conversation.
It's time for me to light fires.
Right. Well, now
I just see you just
Artemis betrays all of us, and he wins.
This little hedgehog in the corner.
I believe you have 6 factions on your sheets. Is that correct? 6?
5.
6.
Should be 6.
There's 6. Denizens is a faction.
Lizard cult
goes in the
6, but there's only 5
There's only 5 boxes. We put the lizard cult.
Who has issued a bounty for your head?
I'm at -2 with Eyrie Dynasty.
Okay, so definitely
Woodland Alliances and Denizens. So
oh my God,
dude.
You got 3 bounties on your head, man. You pissed off a lot of people.
I don't know what happened. Somehow I'm like a freaking hero now. Like I got 3 plus 1s.
You went from killing a child to being the biggest hero ever.
Actually, you know what? So Dirt just went through with Artemis. You have a -2 with Eyrie, -2 with the Woodland Alliance, and a -2 with the Denizens.
Correct.
That's it for everybody?
For minuses.
Yeah, for mine. What for pluses? Do you have any +1s?
I have +1 with Marquisate,
okay,
and +1 with Riverfolk.
Okay, so Bob, where are you at?
-2 with Woodland, -1 with Eyrie, and +1 with the Denizens.
Got it. What about Vance?
-1 with the Eyrie, +1 with the Otters. Everybody else, I'm neutral.
Right, which makes sense. It feels like he hasn't been as political, as you guys have.
Yeah, we're definitely political.
No, I'm just the muscle in the group. These guys, these guys are the ones wreaking havoc, and I'm trying to just bail them out.
And
I was literally on a soapbox today.
Socks, what do you got?
I am -1 with cats, though shifting the positive actually.
Okay.
+1 Woodland, +1 in over with Denizens, +1 Otters. Strong -1 birds.
Strong -1 birds.
So how is it the guy who was like completely the loner against all factions somehow is like in favor with more factions than anybody else?
It's not like that super extreme.
No, it's not. But
nobody.
Well,
let me be clear. Nobody's at a +2 with a faction yet.
No.
Right.
Correct.
Right. We do have a couple people at -2.
+2 is hard to get.
Yeah, +2 is hard to get.
-2 is not even close.
+3 is even harder to get. Yeah. But keep in mind, like once you get to +3, like you can literally command like the forces of that faction. Like they basically start to follow you instead of their leaders. Yeah. And keep in mind, although this hasn't come up because you guys have been really, really brutally against them.
No, not at all.
The legendary weapon Excalibur,
we still have,
actually does give you like kind of a temporary reputation bonus with the birds. But everyone's so negative with them because they hate you so much.
We do kill them a lot.
You know what?
We did it one time.
Not this week.
One time.
Yeah, no birds were harmed in the making of this episode.
Nick, that's a good point. Maybe they're just salty. Like we slaughtered cats, and they're still like, we don't like you, but you okay? You know, like the Otters are always like.
That did not sound French.
That was
to
his
me.
French accent.
That was definitely Smith French.
That was Smith French. You know, the Otters are all like. Oh, we're gonna kill you. You got me. We'll kill you next week. Yeah, but we're cool, right? Yeah, we're cool. We're cool, right?
The Otters were just business to them.
Yeah, no, they're cool. Yeah, but the birds,
it's nothing personal. It's just business.
We show up one time, blow up a castle, kill some children, and the birds are like, "This cannot stand."
Well, to be clear, the birds
pause our war with the cats. We must kill these people.
To be clear, the birds didn't care so much about the children. The birds cared about soldiers being killed,
and they killed about the whole roost getting blown to
the
smithereens.
Roost being do you understand? Like Bob's played Root the board game. You haven't had a chance. Losing a roost is a big deal.
That's like the thing.
That's what they use. That's everything. That's how they make troops. It's how they get points. It's how they craft items. Losing a roost going from 3 to 2, especially one in Sundell, which is their forward base of operations, huge blow. In fact, in like the faction terms, you can get a minor boon. If you get a 7, 8, or 9, it's a minor boon. In order to build a roost, you need to get a major boon, which is basically a 10 plus.
Wow.
So the Eyrie on their faction turn, they have to get a 10 or higher to even build a roost.
So what you're telling me is that the Otters underpaid for our services and how effective we were.
Well, yes, but
I don't think the Otters wanted us to blow
but
up
they
the
did
roost.
not. They 100% did not. In fact, they would never have dreamed about that. They would have said that's way too dangerous, deadly, and going to kill your reputation with the Eyrie. And now,
Artemis.
now there are multiple factions who are seeking Artemis's head. Is that a wanted, dead or alive? Okay.
Oh damn!
All right.
Can I do double protection for my try?
So we're going to end it there. Thank you again so much, everybody, for coming out tonight and supporting us. We know that these little streams don't get as many views as some of the bigger games out there, Pathfinder 2, 5th edition D&D. But hopefully you are enjoying seeing some of the other options that are available to you in the role-playing game space.
Yes, if you're interested in terrorism and child murder,
I was going to say,
pick it up.
This is a very dark game, depending on who you play with.
PbtA is very flexible with your narrative.
Right. Your game of Root may go very differently. And, obviously, suffice to say, we're playing in a short, abbreviated time here. We're playing for an audience. So, your Root game might be not as quick paced. It may not be as, completely explosive. But you know what? I'm listing drives. We're not making those up. Infamy, crime, wanted. These are in the book. Like the game expects that your people might be kind of
vagabond, not a hero.
Right. You're a vagabond, not a hero.
And it makes sense.
Even if you are a hero, which, maybe Socks is, you're still kind of an anti-hero.
Right.
There's kind of like a Deadpoolness to, where.
But no matter who you help, you're also hurting somebody else just because of the different factions involved.
It is designed to sort of promote conflict and avoid clean resolution, because that's what keeps the game feral and that's what keeps the game interesting. So, and that's even the case with the dice rolls. You'll notice that all dice rolls tonight, good or bad, led to something happening cool and amazing. Whether it was Socks, swinging on the burning rope with the child in his arms, to,
Lucius barely surviving
as he falls, off of the falls off of the platform. All right.
Bob, I think you're actually enjoying your time in that fox suit.
I think he likes it.
With that, Bob looks so sad with the hood down. So with that, I'm going to say thank you so much, and hopefully you'll join us next week for more episodes of Root. We'll be back Thursday. We're actually going to be back in the studio. We've got one of our KLC alums is in town, and we're going to be doing a nightlife here live from the studio. So if you are a member of our Patreon, and if you're not, you should definitely be a member of our Patreon, and check us out at patreon.com/Knights of Last Call. There's a link in the description below. But I'd love to hear from you all. What conversation topic would you like to hear me, Bob Smith, and our buddy Kaz talk about? And
Thrawn the Legend.
Because I'd love to be able to sort of prep the audience and prep the guys for what we might be talking about. But if you're a member of the Patreon, go to KLC Content Chat in our Discord and let me know, because I think we could get some interesting conversations, and I think we'll have a good time with that. So thank you to Nick. Thank you to Dirt for joining us tonight. And we will catch you all next time on Knights of Last Call. Peace out, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.